Yes, my dear friends. Good evening to all. Yeah, good evening to all. Tell me, am I audible, visible now? Am I audible, visible? Everything is fine? Hmm? Everything is fine, tell me. Yes, very good evening to all. Yes, my dear friends. Okay, very good evening, very good evening. And yeah, it's looking you guys are very energetic today. Can you tell me what is the cause behind that? Hmm? Yeah, just 1 minute. Yeah, very good evening, good evening, good evening to all. So, my dear friends, today what is our target? Today I am going to discuss second highest number of question which is going to ask from that segment, and this is your industrial engineering right now. So, today our target is what, my dear friends? To cover all the industrial engineering in very details. In the very details means that after the covering that segment, now I want to make one thing very clear. You will get whole subject will be gets revised with the questions I am going to take here. You can see the various number of questions from every topic. I have taken the question there, and yes, I have seen the last 2 year questions, and according to that session I am going to plan. And because last session that was the production, and yeah, you guys have given a lot of love on that session. That's why you came with that session again. Okay, Rahul is telling, sir, give me timer for all the questions. Okay, well, I am asking the that technical team, if they are able to do, then I will do. Meanwhile, my dear friends, I want to tell you, if you are really interested, then try to watch whole the sessions. Obviously it will be little bit longer, approximate 3.5 hours I will take that session. But yeah, you have to be keep the patience, and this 3.5 hours will be much and much more productive, right? So I think now everyone is here. Expected cutoff for Mac. Pandaji, just wait for that, right? So, my dear friends, let's start the story without wasting your time. And yeah, so my dear friends, okay, once again, I want to tell you, as the production you have seen, first I have taken welding, casting, like that. In the industrial, again, I will do take 20 question CPM PERT, 20 question linear programming, 20 question PPC, 20 question MRP, 20 question forecasting, 20 question tuning theory. If anything is left, all I'm going to be covered. So we will get the question in the bulk. So keep the patience. Whatever topic you want, all question will come there. Okay. So tell me, everyone is fine. Everything is cleared, and yeah, how is the Josh at the last? Hi na yaar. You are not getting demotivated now? Okay. So let's start the story. So yeah, we will start the most important topic, and that CPM PERT. Okay. So let's start with the CPM PERT. That is the first question on the screen. Okay, tell me, should I zoom that? Yeah. CPM is this is a very easy question, and I think everyone can do. Time oriented technique, event oriented technique, activity oriented technique, or target oriented technique. What will be answer of that question, my dear friends? Answer everyone fast. Fast answer, right? What will be? Getting okay. First question on your screen, and some of a student is going to making mistakes with option B, and option B is wrong. Yeah, how it is event oriented? Always keep in mind, PERT is event oriented, right? CPM is what, my defense? Activity oriented. So that is a very basic question from which I start the class. This is always known as what? Activity oriented. So we can say first answer, what you can say, my dear friends? C for Chennai. Everyone have given the correct answer. Well, now that is the next question. Project evaluation or program evaluation review technique PERT has the following time estimate. See, my dear friends, sometimes in the exam, what is happening? They are just going to ask the what is the full form of PERT only. So keep in mind program evaluation and review technique. So my dear friends, PERT is what? It is a deterministics or probabilistics. So PERT is a probabilistics in the model, right? PERT is probabilistics. So if anything is probabilistics, can you say confidently, okay, after that time it will get completed? No, because it is a probabilistics. Yeah, in the case of CPM you talk, it was deterministics. I can say that project will completed within 2 months, means yes, it will be get completed in the 2 months. But if you talk about PERT, this is generally used in the research and development. You cannot say surely anything. That's why, my dear friends, here I am going to talk about the 3-time estimation. I am going to be talk about what? 3-time estimation, right? So keep in mind, and this is what? Optimistic, pessimistic, and yes, most likely occur time. We'll see. So always keep in mind, for 3-time estimation is going to be used, and this 3-time is optimistic, most likely, and what? Pessimistic time. Will come on another question also. Lot of question you have. That is another question. If T0 is the optimistic time, TP is the pessimistic time, and TM is the most likely occur time, most likely time, then the probabilistic time for completion of an activity is given by, and some option you have. What will be answer of that? Tell me everyone, what will be answer of that? Here see, Tino is optimistic. In real day, you used to say, na, this people is very optimized, very optimistic. Means it talk everything, very positive person. And TP is pessimistic. This is very negative. If any project going to be complete according to your schedule, that means you are very optimistic people, right? So T note is always less time to complete the, we can say, the any PERT model. TP is the highest. But actually, if you talk, not everything will go according to plan, and nor anything will go on against everything of your plan. So it will be TN. So always keep in mind, my dear friends, I am going to be see here some of guys, everyone have given A for apple. Unfortunate, no one is correct here, yaar. Why A for apple? Huh? In that time, most likely occur time, you have to give the more weightage. So always keep in mind the value is that D for daily, T naught plus TP plus 4TM upon 4. Okay. It should be 6, I think. They have typing error could be there. D is the right answer. Well, not A. Make it correct. Okay. This is the next question. The critical path of a network represent. What the critical path of a network represent? The minimum time required for completion of project, the maximum time required for completion of project, and the maximum cost required for completion of project, the minimum cost required for completion of project. What will be answer of that, my dear friends? And yeah, once again, I want to tell what is happening. You guys become so engaged to watching the session that in between you forget to like the session, right? So pay for me that. What answer? Yeah, as I am going to expect in all the class, my dear friends, I am going to be see a student is going to give the answer B for Bombay, and unfortunate B is the wrong answer. B is the wrong answer, my dear friends. Usually a student thinks a maximum time required to completion of project. That is not right, my dear friends. Okay, don't make and that type of question you guys are going to be trapped, and that's why practice is more important. Usually I used to say in the class. So the correct answer is what, my dear friends? A4, apple is the right answer. Listen, just I want to elaborate it more. Suppose this is one of the project, my dear friends. Okay, let's assume any randomly I am going to be take any network diagram, right? E.g. I am going to be take directly I am going to be take, right? Take let's assume this is 5 days, 6 days, 8 days, 4 days, 6 days. Now tell me, this is the one of network diagram. Let's assume this is anything one. Okay, ABCD I'm going to write better. This is A, this is B, this is C, this is D, this is E. Now my dear friends, tell me, in this I will talk in how many days the project will get completed. Tell me anyone. So you can say, sir, if you go through A, B, C and E, how much time it will take? 5. You can say 5 plus 6 plus 8. How much it is coming out to be? If you are moving A, D, E, how much it is taking? So 6 plus 4. That means 10. And here 6, 5, 11. At 19 days. Now tell me, my dear friends, in how many days that project will get completed? In how many days it will get completed? In 10 days or 19 days? So obviously we can say, sir, a project will completed only when if all the activity is completed. If any activity is not completed, project will never consider to be completed. So a project will be completed only when if all the activity has been completed. So tell me, this is 10 days, but it is talking about 19 days. So we can say, sir, here this path is called critical path, and critical path is that path in a network diagram which takes the maximum time. So we can say, oh, that means B was answer is correct. No, that is wrong. Listen, critical activity is that activity in a network which take a maximum time. Now tell me, my dear friends, if I will ask deliver me project, so in how much day we can deliver? अगर मैं पूछूं कि आप कितना दिन में deliver कर सकते हो, then we can say, sir, I will deliver that product in the 19 days. So that is the minimum time in which we can deliver a project. So that is the critical activity is that activity in which you can deliver a project in a minimum time. And again, critical activity or critical activity is that path in a network diagram which take a maximum time, So listen, so अरे बात clear हुआ? If I will ask कि project in how many days will get cleared, you can say 19 days. So that is the minimum time. इससे पहले मैं project complete नहीं कर सकता. Getting, and in that network diagram, this is the maximum time. So in any network diagram, maximum time represent the critical path, and critical path is also the minimum time in which a project will get completed. So now answer, see what answer will be. See, option is the minimum time required for completion of the project. So don't make a mistake like that. A for apple is the right answer, my dear friends. Usually I used to see a student is going to B for Bombay, and unfortunate the answer is wrong. Right? Okay. Come to the next question. The PERT chart, the activity time distribution is normal, binomial, Poisson, and beta distribution. What will be answer? What will be answer of that question? Answer everyone fast. What will be answer, my dear friends? Tell me, waiting for your answer. See, my dear friends, whenever, okay, 5C, Poisson, all option is coming, huh? Someone is normal, binomial, Poisson, beta, every option is going to be C there. My dear friends, just listen one thing. That question is various exam, this question has been asked. In the PERT, basically you talk about two things. One is activity completion, another one is project completion. Always keep in mind, activity completion talk about the beta distribution, and project completion talk about the normal distribution. Keep in mind always. So in whole PERT, I am going to be talk about only two types of distribution. One is beta, another one is normal. Beta is going to for activity time, and normal for the project completion time. Sir, in exam I will forget. Never forget. Activity started with the A, beta started with the B. So AB, activity for the beta, and project completion for the normal. Now I think you will never forget. So in the PERT, two time is there, two distribution. One is normal, another one is beta. Beta for activity and normal for the project completion time. So always keep in mind the correct answer is beta. Now never forget, activity means A, beta means B, AB. So you don't have to be forget. If they will ask what is the project completion time distribution, so it will be the normal, right? So make it clear. Don't make a mistake like that type. Fine. That is another question, my dear friends. A PERT network expected project duration is found to be 36 days from the start of the project. The variation is 4 days. The probability that the project will complete it in 36 days is, and some option you have. What will be answer of that question, my dear friends? Answer everyone. What will be answer of that question? Tell me answer number, question number 6, and write down the question number also, so that it will be easy to see me a chat box here. What will be answer? My dear friends, keep in mind, if that type of question is going to be asked now, leave all the things, gives answer 50%. Why, sir? Why you are telling like that, sir? Huh? Nothing is like that. I have to be go. Yes, my dear friends. Here you see in the PERT network, expected project completion time. Obviously, it is a PERT, so you can give the expected. Not exactly we can say found to be found to be expected time is 36 days of the project, and they will ask that what is the chance that it will get completed in the 36 days. It is always 50%. Here the formula is there, my dear friends. I have come with the formula also, but you don't have to be remember. See, variance is meaningless there, standard deviation is given, and z equal to x minus mu. Here x, क्या भाई दूसरे तरीका से भी क्वेश्चन पूछा जा सकता है? नो. If that question is coming, always answer will be 50%. Otherwise, the data will be given, a student can easily be answer. So any project, any PERT project which will be completed in a given time, their chance is 50%. Try to remember, very frequently it is going to be asked. So try to remember that point. Then that means a project which is completed in expected time, their probability is 50%. Right? Okay, welcome to the next question. That is another question on your screen, my dear friends. A PERT activity has optimistic time 3 days, pessimistic time 15 days, and expected time 7 days. The most likely occur time of the activity they are going to be asked. What will be that? Answer everyone fast, my dear friends. So PERT activity. So we can say in the question, TP is known. How much days? 3 days. Right. Petimetrics time. Okay. TO is known. TP is given 15 days. Right. And expected TM is given, my dear friends. TM is given 7 days. TE or TM, whatever you can say. Expected time. This is given how much? 7 days. The most likely occurred time of the activity is going to be asked. Anyone have remembered that formula? Anyone have remember or not? Just now I have told, always keep in mind T is equal to T naught plus 4Tm plus Tp upon 6. Okay, so in the question every value is given here. We can see T naught is given 3 days, Tp is given 15 days, Te given 7 days, and they are going to ask what is the Tm, right? What will be the Tm? So use that formula and we'll get the 16 days. Do one thing, my dear friends, try to remember that formula itself. They can ask. I have taken the numerical, but directly they can ask what will be the equation. So make it correct and try to remember that thing. Always see, if you talk about Te, so it will be Tp, okay, plus T naught plus of 4 times of Tm, because this is the time when his chance is high, upon take their average 1, 2 and 4, 6. Always keep in mind that is the formula of T and you have to be remember. Well, come to the next question. Slack is the difference between earliest and latest event time, earliest and the latest activity time, longest and shortest activity time, none of the above. What will be answer? Question number 8 on your screen. Answer everyone fast. Question number 8. What answer I am getting? Question number 8, Chennai. What about others? My dear friends, listen one thing very clearly. Okay, no one is going to be right. Okay, some earliest latest event time. Yes, my dear friends. See, two term is there. One is slack. Okay, another one is float. One is slack, another one is float. There are two terms. One is slack, another one is float. First thing, keep in mind, slack term is going to be talk about the event, about the, you know, what you can say, PERT, about the event or the PERT. So whenever you talk about the slack, it will be event oriented, not the activity. If you talk about float, it will be the activity oriented. So keep this point in your mind. Float is defined for the critical path, or you can say the for the activity, and slack for the event, right? Keep in mind. Now see, so what is the slack? Slack is actually the, you have some extra time that you can utilize. So basically it is the difference between the earliest and latest activity time. Activity time, no, before Bombay is the wrong answer. Earliest and latest event time will be there. So only A. Even if you don't know the formula, you know the slack is for the PERT. That means PERT is event oriented. In the PERT, you require the result. But in the activity, PERT is what? PERT is called event oriented, because you suppose one thing I am telling you, I have to be, in the COVID time, you have seen, you required the COVID vaccine. And before that, never you have found that type of vaccine. So it was the first thing was happening. So what was our target? Our target was to get the COVID vaccine in any cost. Doesn't matter what the cost is there. So your main function is to get our target. So that's why it is called event oriented. Okay, activities, this is your activity and this is your event. This is your activity and this is your event. Event is the result of activity. Always keep in mind, event is the result of activity. Right now you guys are going to give the time, resources, that all thing is your activity. Once the result is came and fortunate it is coming, you are selected. So this is event. That's why it is said that event take very not any time, whatever time is or resources they are going to talk, it is for the activity. Even in the college you used to say, yes sir, activity is there, not event. Next question on your screen, dummy activity required. What the dummy activity required? Only resources but no time, only time but no resources, both resources and time, neither resources and no time. What the dummy activity is? What will be question number 9? Dummy activity you talk about now. Dummy activity. So what is dummy activity? Activity, listen, activity take resources and time. It take resources. You guys are preparing for the exam, so you are going to give the time, you are going to be pay the rent, going to pay the fees. So that all are the resources, right? So activities taking resources and you can time. If you talk about dummy means it is not, right? And dummy means क्या बोलते actually में जो है नहीं. So it is not going to be take any resources, no time. So D for Delhi is the right answer. Always keep in mind. Dummy activity not going to take any time, not any resources. So D for Delhi is the right answer. So okay, that is the next question. In PERT network, the project completion time is considered to be follow. Now I think everyone can answer that question. Represented by dotted line. Yeah, absolutely right. What will be answer of that question? Here talk about the project completion time. So project completion time, normal, beta, linear, or none of the above. What will be answer? Everyone? Now who is going to be B? Just now you have seen yaar, project completion, it will normal distribution. It will be normal distribution, and good thing is that all of you have given the correct answer. The chances of asking that question in the exam is very high. So remember that point. That is the next question. The variance for a critical path A to B variance is given 4 times unit, B to C 16 time unit, C to D 4 time unit, D to E 1 time unit. The standard deviation of the critical path A to E is. What is standard deviation? Anybody can tell me the answer of that question? Write down the question number also. Question number right, Ratan and all guys, write down the question number. So what is the standard deviation? What is the standard deviation? Standard deviation is basically under root sum of the variance. Always keep in mind sum of variance. Okay, sum of variance. Keep in mind that formula directly they can ask, especially over the critical activity. So put that all the value, you will get the answer now. So just it will coming out to be how much? 6 4 plus 16 again 4 plus 1. How much is coming out to be? 9. For 9 for 9 25. Root under 25 you will get the value 5. So always keep in mind standard deviation is going to be just summation of the under root of the variance, and you will get that answer coming out to be 5, right? And sometimes it is also going to be find standard deviation is taking along which path, so it will be the critical path. That is the next question. The variance of a completion time for a project is sum of variance of all activity, non-critical activity, critical activity, activity time first and last activity of the project. What will be answer of that question, my dear friends? What will be answer of that question? Tell me. Right. Everyone have given C for Chennai. Great. Keep in mind variance completion. Okay, we can answer what the variance indicate. Variance indicate uncertainty of the project, right? PERT is a probabilistics model. PERT is a probabilistics model. So probability means what? There could be uncertainty also, no? So variance basically talk about the uncertainty. Higher the variance, we can say more uncertainty is there. So we can say about the critical path, right? C for Chennai is the right answer. So that is the next question. In CPM network, critical path denote the path where maximum resources are used, path where minimum resources are used, path where delay of one activity prolonged to the duration of the completion of the project. Okay, path that gets monitored automatically. What will be answer of that question? Question number 13. Write down the question number. Please write down the question number. It will be easy to see me there on your chat box. Right. What will be answer 13? Okay. I think most of you have given the C for Chennai, and yeah, good thing is that Chennai is the right answer. CPM network critical path basically denote the time. If you are going to be delay that activity, whole project will get delayed, right? So always keep in mind this is the path where delay of one activity prolong the duration of the completion of the whole project, and that activity is called what, my dear friends? Critical activity, or you can say path, and path over which is called critical path. Well, everyone has given the right answer. Critical path method is good for a small project, large project, both small and large, neither small nor large. What will be answer of that question? What will be critical path is good for? What do you think? Everyone answer the question. Chennai, Apple, Bombay. Okay. What about others? Chennai. Okay. Huh? Everyone have given? Tick tick. Let me see your. Everyone? Okay, my dear friends, always keep in mind critical path method that all are basically going to be deal in case of large project, right? If you have a small project, you can use the Gantt chart, bar chart that you can use for a small project, right? But if you talk about large project, then CPM and PERT generally preferred for the large project, not a small scale project. In case of a small scale project, you can use what? Chart you can use, especially if you talk about bar chart, Gantt chart, that all can. So never is going to use critical path for a small project. This is generally going to be deal for a large project like construction of bridges, construction of road, construction of mall. In that case you can use, right? So keep in mind that thing. Or a small project you can move with the chart. I will see their question also here. This is the next question. Critical path network help an engineer. How it help an engineer? Anybody can tell me? How the help engineer here? Answer everyone, my dear friends, waiting for your answer. What about others? Everyone, what answer? Chennai, Bombay, Chennai, Apple. Critical path network help an engineer. How? To concentrate his attention on the critical activity. Yes, my dear friends, that point is right. Listen. A is the right. Means in the critical, even you are going to be prepare for exam. So you see the critical. Okay, you can see, sir, production and industrial is a critical. So you have to focus more on that in your selection, play the major role. So yes, this is the right point. No, C option B. To divert the resources from non-critical critical advanced activity to the critical activity. Yes, suppose for engine mechanics only one question is going to be asked, two question is going to be asked, so it is a non-critical. So you can take the time from there and give for production and industrial. So yes, this is also right, you can judge. So this is also right, to divert the resources from non-critical advanced activity to the critical. Yes, even you have to do in your day-to-day life. So that is also right. To caution to having any delay in the critical activity to avoid delay of the whole project. Yes, this is also right. Once you delay your production industrial in BEL, your whole project will be delayed till the next year. Right now, so all are the correct. The correct answer is what? D for delay. And yeah, good thing is that most of you, okay, do one thing, what happened? Some of a student are hurry, just read the option A and then going to be answer. Dear friends, keep in mind, you have to be read all the options rather than just going to read and answer that thing will help you accuracy in the exam. Yeah, A is right, you have read and given the answer. Go through other option also, could be possibilities, there could be better answer than A. So that thing keep in mind in the exam. Don't be in the hurry. I have seen most of you have given A for apple. That is the next question. Which of the following statement is not correct about PERT? Not correct, it is going to be asked, my dear friends. Not correct is going to be asked. What will be answer? What answers you are going to be give? 15. Question number 16. Network is constructed based on the event. Fine. It does not take uncertainty involved in the estimation of the times. Network deal with uncertainty and hence 3 time estimation are considered. As there is no certainty of the time, activity duration cannot be reduced. What will be answer of that question? Read properly, then answer, my dear friends. Right answer. Listen, everyone, don't make a mistake. I am seeing here you guys are making mistake. Please be which of the following statement not correct? Right, not correct. Network constructed based on the event. Yes, my dear friends, always keep in mind, as I told you now, event is the result of activity. Listen, event is the result of activity. How? If you are going to be prepared for the exam, so this is activity. Once your result is out, na, this is event. In way you can understand, right? I am making a wall, so this is a event, this is activity. Once the wall of my room completed, that will be the event. This is the activity. My wall I am making wall, this is the activity. Once wall completed, this will be the event. After wall, I will give the roof. So it is an interconnected activity. Project is what? It is an interconnected activity, right? So always keep in mind, PERT is event oriented is the right. A for apple is the right. Matlab it is right, but not. The question is going to ask wrong. It does not take uncertainty. No, sir, this is wrong, sir. As I have told you, PERT is probabilistics model and it takes the uncertainty, because in the probabilistics model, we cannot sure about the result. So, sir, it does not take uncertainty involved the estimation of time. This is wrong. It takes the uncertainty. Option C, network deals with uncertainty. Yes, it deals with uncertainty. It's right. as there is no a certainty of the time, activity duration cannot be reduced. Yes, in the PERT I cannot reduce the activity because time is not estimate. So my dear friends, here the answer will be B for Bombay. Don't make a mistake like that. Okay, you guys are making mistake more here. I am going to be C. And yeah, try to remember that formula. That is the another question. A portion of the total float within which an activity can be delayed for a start without affecting the float of a preceding activity. Here you see float and activity is there, right? So this is called safety float, free float, independent float, or interfering float. What will be answer of that question? Answer everyone. Question number 17 on your screen. Question number what? 17 on your screen. What is coming out to be question number 17? Chennai. Yes, my dear friends, this is called independent float. Good. This time, the portion of the total float within which an activity can be delayed for a start without affecting the float of preceding activity, that float is called independent float. So C for Chennai is the right answer. My dear friends, tell me, if anywhere float is surplus, float is positive, meaning is that you have extra resources. If float is zero, so it will be critical activity. And if float is negative, it will be super critical. Always keep in mind what float indicate. You have 5-day float, 5 days float, means I can delay the project by 5 days. Still, total project time will not going to be changed. If float is zero at critical activity, the meaning is that if any delay, it leads to the whole projection delay. If the float is negative, means it is a super critical activity. You have to put more focus on that. Well, come to the next question, and that is the next question on the screen. In any crash program of a project, what will be answer of that question, my dear friends? What will be answer of that question? In any crash program of a project, both direct indirect cost increases, indirect cost increases, direct cost decreases, direct cost increases, indirect cost decreases, cost are no or creation, whatever is there. What will be answer everyone? Question number 18 on your screen. So we can ask, okay, I'm going to be see. Most of you guys have 18, write down the question number, then answer. 18, Chennai, Chennai, Chennai. Right, my dear friends? You know what the crash? What is the main purpose of crash? Just I want to tell one thing, a story. Suppose you are preparing for the exam. That is also one type of project, right? You are going to prepare for the exam. Now suppose you came to me, sir, I have to be clear the exam BEL, and I have 3 months. I will tell, okay, fine, right? Now sudden what happened? You tell, no sir, please complete that project within 1 month, because time came very fast. So what I can do? I have to be crash the project. So how I can crash, sir? Means reduce the time, sir. So whatever project was completed earlier in the 3 months, now I target to complete in 1 month. Now tell me, earlier I was taking the classes of 3 hours. Now I have to take the classes of 9 hours. So earlier I am direct cost involving for the management. I am direct cost. So my dear friends, here, okay. So 3 days, 9 days. Now tell me, earlier I have taken 3-hour daily class and I was charging, let's assume X rupees. Now I am taking 9-hour class. So what I will cost? Obviously I will ask 3x money now. So we can say, and since I am directly involved with you, so I am at direct cost to the company. So we can say by crashing a project, direct cost increases always. Now talk about indirect cost. What is indirect cost? Rent of the room, salary of the who people going to be take tea and all that, some which is you can say that not a direct person involved. Indirect cost, salary, sometimes electricity cost, building rent, that all are. But earlier they have to be pay the room rent for the 3 months. But since now I have completed in the 1 month, so indirect cost decreases, because now they have to pay only for 1 month. So always keep in mind, my dear friends, in case of crashing, direct cost increases, but indirect cost decreases. So C for Chennai is the right answer. Now tell me, I will ask, what about overall cost? What about overall cost? It should increase or decrease? What do you think in the crashing a project? Overall cost? Tell me what you think about overall cost. It should increase or decrease? If, my dear friends, listen, if I just think, if the overall cost, or you can say total cost is what? Total cost equal to, we can say direct cost plus of indirect cost. Indirect cost, direct cost means the people which is directly involved with you. I am direct cost for the company because I am directly involved with you. Indirect cost, salary, room rent, other employee which is not directly employed, they are going to be call you like that, so they are indirect employee. Now see, if I am going to be crash the project, it will increase, it will decrease. Suppose if total cost increases, so it will be burden for a company. How company can run for a longer time? Obviously they cannot. But if the total cost increases, their profit will reduce, and if that company will never run for a longer time. So always keep in mind, in case of crashing, we have to be done in such a way that total cost of project should be minimum, should be reduced also. If this I am going to be complete in 1 month, the profit will also increase. So always keep in mind, in case of crashing a project, total cost should be the minimum, right? Then it is feasible. And yes, in the crashing, time is also decreased. So my dear friends, keep in mind, C for Chennai is the right answer. Fine, come to the next question. That is another question. CPM was first used in the company ONGC, NTPC, NASA and EI, DuPont and company. That was the question has been asked in BHEL one time. That's why I have taken. CPM was first usage. What do you think? What do you think, my dear friends? Answer everyone now. Yeah, I think most of students think, sir, I am Indian, very patriot. I will go through ONGC and NTPC. No, ONGC is not, NTPC is not, NASA. No, this is also not, because mostly students think NASA is a bigger company. Yeah, so it could be no, my dear friends. The correct answer is EI, DuPont and company. That was the first time who have used the CPM. Right, so D for Delhi is the right answer, and try to remember that was a very factual data. Sometimes in the exam it is going to be asked, so just try to remember. Right, that is the next question. In PERT, if pessimistic time is 14 days a week, optimistic 8 week, and most likely occur time 11 week, I think everyone can answer. PE, you have to be calculate. What would be answer of that question? Every one of you can answer. What will be answer of that question, my dear friends? ठीक है, कोशिश करेंगे. We'll do in okay. Mr. Who is there? Okay, we'll try. Don't worry. What answer is coming out to be that 20 number question? क्या आएगा जी? What will be the answer? Just find out na. T equal to 14 plus of 8 plus of 11 is to 4, right, upon 6. Just solve that, and whatever value is coming, your answer will be there. What answer is coming? Let me check. You guys are going to be C for Chennai. Yeah, C for Chennai is the right answer. So that was easy type, but sometimes going to be asked, so try to remember that formula. PERT was first normally applied to planning and controlling in which company? Titan, Polaris Weapon System, JP Morgan, or Dow Jones. What will be answer of that question, my dear friends? This also going to be asked sometimes. What you can answer? Everyone answer. See, my dear friends, what answer you are going to be give? B for Bombay, na? Keep in mind that is the factual data. Sometimes going to be used. That's why I have taken na. This is Polaris Weapon and System. Actually, that was USA based company. It was USA based company, and for the military purpose they have used that. So D for Delhi, you have to be keep in mind. Okay, that is the last question of the CPM part. Crashing is to be applied critical activity, non-critical activity, both critical and non-critical activity, critical activity with positive dat. What will be answer of that? Question number 22 on your screen. Crashing is to be applied for which activity, my dear friends? Everyone tell me. Yes, 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 yes. That time everyone is right. Means your concept is now getting clear. Crashing always done for the critical path, right? If the critical path is decreases, then only you can reduce the overall project now. Yes, so always keep in mind it is going to be applied on the critical activity. So A for apple is the right answer, right? Yes, good. Everyone have given A for apple. So that is the good question, good answer given by all of you guys. That is the from the LPP graphical method Simplex method and transportation method are concentrated with value analysis, linear programming, break even analysis, or tuning theory. What will be answer of that question, my dear friends? Simplex is a iterative method. I will take some question on that. This is just a iterative method that you are going to be used, right? And it is comes under the category of what? Linear programming, LPP. So yeah, simplex transportation that you all talk comes under the category of simple linear programming. So B for Bomba is the right answer. And good thing is that every one of you have given the right. Well, this is the next question. In transportation problem, the condition for optimality test, that is the BEL 2025 question. And it was something like that. Not exactly, option was little bit different, but that question has been asked. Little bit option was different. What will be answer of that question, my dear friends? A for apple. Yes. C for Chennai. What? C for Chennai. How many students have given C for Chennai? C for Chennai is the wrong answer. Number of allocation will be M plus N minus 1. Okay. So always keep in mind, even it was asked in the exam, allocation are to be independent. No, allocation is not here are to be independent. That you have to be give. So it will be M plus N minus 1. यहाँ पे देखो, M is what here we can say both condition is okay. Just let me see what the option allocation are to be independent. Number of allocation to be that okay, independent, not dependent. Sorry, I think it is dependent. Allocation are to be independent. That is also right. Good. So C for Chennai, everyone have given the right answer of that question also. Well, come to the next question. The total number of decision variable of the objective function for an assignment problem of size n into n matrix, n job and n machine is. So that is a very easy. I think everyone can answer that question. What will be question number 25? 25, tell me, my dear friends. Yes, my dear friends, it is coming out to be na n is to n matrix in that form. So total entries could be n squared. Simple, na? So this is a mathematics more question, and simple we can say it is coming out to be n squared. And this is which type of matrix is going to be formed? Obviously, we can say a square matrix. They can also ask, right? The mathematical technique used for finding the best use of limited resources for a concern in the optimum manner is referred as game theory, value analysis, tuning theory, or linear programming. What will be answer of that question? Tell me. Mathematical technique used for finding the best use of limited resources. Limited resources they are going to be asked, right? Concern in the optimum manner referred as. No, value analysis, I will see the question. Tuning theory is totally different from that. What will be linear programming? If you have remember in the question, sometime it is given ki maximize z equal to 4x plus 5y, something like that, and some condition x will be more than equal to 0, y will be more than equal to 0, and some resources you have. So linear programming basically optimize your resources, na? It is basically going to be optimize your resources. And one more thing, always keep in mind, this constraint must be non-negative. Okay, sometimes that is also going to be asked. What should be constraint? It should be non-negative. क्या होना चाहिए? Non-negative होना चाहिए. If it is negative, you cannot move. So obviously the resources should be positive in the LPP. That question they may ask also. So be ready for that. A feasible solution in a linear programming problem should be satisfy the problem constraint, optimize the objective function, satisfy the problem constraint and non-negative restriction, satisfy the non-negative restriction. What will be answer of that question? Question number 27 on your screen. What will be answer, my dear friends? Question number. So this question is going to ask in that form. If you have remember all that, means really you guys are in the good condition. So try to answer fast, everyone. Just now, feasible solution of the linear programming problem. Satisfy the problem constraint. This is right, no problem. Optimize the objective function. This is also right. Satisfy the problem constraint and non-negative restriction. Right. Satisfy the non-negative restriction. What will be answer here? I am going to be see at that time confusion is started. Someone with option B, someone with option C, someone is option D. Tell me which is the basics requirement in the LPP. What is basics? We can satisfy the problem, optimize the objective function. But how we can optimize? Once some constraint should be there, then we can only optimize. Na? So what is the base? Yes, satisfied the problem constraint and non-negative restriction, that means resources. That's why, my dear friends, C4 Chennai is the right answer, and that was the question has been asked in ISRO. And yeah, as usually used to say, think on the question and go through the basics. LPP, yes, that optimize projection function, yes, I have to be optimized, that is right. But how I can optimize? Yeah, if I have resources, then only na. I need, I will get succeed in the exam, but how I can succeed? If I prepare exam, then only. So in this we can say you have to be, they are going to check your thinking capability, how you are going to be think. So satisfy the problem, yes, but that is the base that you have to be gone through. So C for Chennai is the right answer. So sometimes that type of question is coming now, you have to be use your presence of mind also. This is the next question on the screen. Which of the following is not the method of finding an initial basic feasible solution in transportation problem? In what, my dear friends? Transportation problem, right? Again, you guys become so engaged. Key, you are not going to like the session? Well, good. So answer that question, my dear friends. Yes, you have 150 questions. We'll go through all that question and we'll see in the same way all concept here. So note, the question is note, that is going to be asked. So what answer you are going to be give? Question number 28. Write down D for Delhi, A for Apple. Every answer I am getting. और इसीलिए तो मैं बोलता हूँ, आप लोग के कारण ही हमारे देश में डेमोक्रेसी चलता है. नहीं तो आपको लगता है क्योंकि ऑप्शन को बुरा लग जाएगा, अगर मैं उसको आंसर नहीं दूंगा ऑप्शन को बुरा लग जाएगा, वो नहीं लगना चाहिए, राइट? सो ABCD ऑल, माय डियर फ्रेंड्स, स्टेपिंग स्टोन मेथड, नॉर्थ वेस्ट कॉर्नर रूल, Vogel approximation, these all are going to use in the transportation problem. In the northwest corner method, you are going to be start the question from here. If you have remember from there, you are going to start. So it is going to be used. Stepping stone method is going to be used. Vogel approximation is going to be used, but Hungarian technique, it is not going to be used in case of transportation. So that is a very easy. Even if you know, you could be able to answer. So the correct answer is what, my dear friends? Hungarian technique, we can say. And try to keep in mind all these three is going to use in the case of transportation. Even I will take one question on the northwest corner method, because sometimes they are going to be asked how the question you can proceed in the northwest corner. So I will take on the one question on that. Well, so D for Delhi, most of you have given the right answer. That's a good thing. That is the next question. To solve degree in the transportation problem, you have to, and some option you have. Read the option and try to answer. Question number 29 on your screen. Question number 29 on your screen. Put allocation in one empty cell as 0. Put a small element epsilon in any one of the empty cell. No. One second. Option C is allocate the smallest element epsilon in such a cell which will not form a closed loop. Yes, my dear friends, that is the key point only. That is the closed loop. Whenever you talk about the not closed loop now, that will be the answer. Whenever you are going to be see closed loop with other loaded cell, that will be in the case of a degradancy. So C for Chennai is the right answer. Good thing is that most of you have given the correct answer. Here we can see transportation problem, degenerate solution exactly n plus n minus 1 independent action. Why? So that all thing you can just read once. I will share the PDF. That is the next question on your screen. I think that is the last question or second last question could be from the LPP. Linear programming is some option you have. Try to answer that question. Question number 30 on your screen. Question number 30 on your screen. What will be answer? An abstract model generally using mathematical symbol, okay, is a technique which optimizes the linear objective function under limited constraint. I think everyone can answer that question. Everyone now? Everyone? Right. C is technique which ensure only integral value of variable in the problem, right? Okay. Option D is technique which is used to analyze multi-stage decision process. No, I have another option for the multi-stage. The correct answer is what? B for Bombay is a technique which optimize linear objective function under limited constraint. So B for Bombay, and good thing is that time every one of you have given the correct answer. So good, B for Bombay is the right answer. Okay, so my dear friends, that is the next question on the screen. This is from the simplex method. In the simplex method, the variable which have not been assigned the value 0, the during an iteration is called artificial variable, basic variable, coded variable or actual variable have not been assigned value. If it is not going to assign 0, then this is called is what? Artificial variable or what? Basic variable. What will be answer of that question? Answer everyone. Question number 31st. I will move only mine if I will get the correct answer. Artificial variable. What about others? So yeah, Baba, what you are doing? Huh? Actual variable. You are just going to be. You always keep in mind which has been assigned. See the variable which have not been assigned the value 0. This is called, my dear friends, basic variable, right? So B for Bombo is the right answer, not A, C, D, right? Keep in mind at least that point. Well, even you can see here, I have given the name also. If you want, I will share that basic variable, those non-zero. Okay, that just I can share that PDF. You can go there, read once all about that. Okay. Next, which of the following method can be used to find the basic feasible solution of the transportation problem? Big M method, stepping stone method, two-phase method, Vogel approximation method. What will be answer? Following method can be used to find the basic feasible solution. Basic feasible solution in the transportation problem. What will be answer of that question, my dear friends? 32. 33 no, yeah, 32 na. Rahul, it should be 32 or 33? 32? Which is used to find the basic feasible solution. This is, my dear friends, yeah, all of you have given the right answer. Vogel approximation method, big M method, stopping on method, and this is even not going to be used. So for that basic feasible solution, you are going to use by the approximation method. Okay. Next, which of the following is true in case of simplex method of linear programming? What is the answer? The constant, constant of a constant equation may be positive or negative. Okay, inequality are not converted into the equation. It cannot be used for two variable problems in iterative procedure. Okay, what will be answer of that question, my dear friends? Just now you talk about the simplex method. What will be answer? Question number 33 on your screen. Chennai, Delhi. Okay, Delhi. Okay. Yeah, just now you have seen. Now why you are making mistake in that question, yeah? Which are the following true case in simplex? As I told you, simplex is basically at an iterative process going through. Na algorithm is an iterative procedure. Yes, D for Delhi is the right answer. Why you are going to be confused with other option? Just now you have discussed about. No, so keep in mind that point also. A small point is there. Try to keep in mind. So D for Delhi is the right answer. This a break-even analysis, that is question from the break-even inventory. The break-even analysis total cost consists of fixed cost plus sales revenue, variable cost plus sales revenue, fixed cost plus variable cost, fixed cost variable plus profit. What will be answer of that question, my dear friends? Break-even analysis. Yeah, so you used to say that our company is running on break-even point. Usually you have listened that point, NGO, non-government organization, and it is used to say, okay, it is working on a break-even point. Yeah, so break-even point is always, my difference, fixed cost plus a variable cost, no profit. At break-even point there should be no any positive, there should be no any profit, it will be 0. So fixed cost plus variable cost, basically we talk about. So even analysis total cost consists of fixed cost plus variable cost. Revenue means whatever you are getting after selling. Direct expenses include factory expenses, selling expenses, administrative expenses, or none of these. What will be answer about direct and indirect cost? It is what could be answer, my dear friends? Question number 35 on your screen. Chennai factory. Direct, see, listen, direct means which is directly involved. Suppose I have to be built a building, I have to be construct a building. So which one is directly involved? Labor. So cost associated with the labor is called direct cost, right? Cost associated with the engineer, manager, that is indirect cost, because it is not directly involved the thing. Like here, I am teacher in that teaching industry. If you talk, I am teacher. I am directly involved with you. Direct, I am going to be teach you. So whatever cost associated to company to me, this will be direct cost. But you know, lot of member is there. Someone is calling for you. Someone is guiding for you. That all are which is going to help you. So cost associated with them is comes under the category of indirect cost, right? Rent of that room where I am going to take the class, indirect cost. Even I can take the class from the road also, right now. So keep in mind here, factory expenses is also various cost. It is coming talk about the various cost, direct, indirect, all are there. Selling expenses, no. Administrative expenses, no. So the none of the above here nothing is direct cost. So D for Delhi is the right answer. Okay, and good thing is that every one of you, most of you, not everyone, someone have gone through option C is the right answer. D for Delhi is the right answer. The break-even point can lowered by, break-even point can be lowered by increasing the fixed cost, increasing the variable cost, decreasing the slope of the income line, reducing the variable cost. The break-even point can be lowered. How you can reduce the break-even point? Everyone, question number 36 on your screen. Question number 36 on your screen. Right? If you, I'm going to be show you curve, my dear friends. Here, see, this is called fixed cost. Okay, I am going to here. This is cost. Here, volume of production, or we can say unit, whatever. Volume of production or unit X. So this is fixed cost. It is independent from the volume production, right? And this is called variable cost. This is called variable cost. Okay, as number of product is going to be vary, cost is also going to vary. So this is called variable cost. Now I am going to draw the sales. Okay, so this is the sales line, and the point where it is going to be cut, this is called, and this, see, this is called variable cost, and this is called fixed cost. So what will be total cost? You will add these two, and this is your sales or revenue you are getting. The point at which it is going to be cut, this is called break even point. Now how you can reduce the break even point? Increase the fixed cost. If I increase the fixed cost, this value will goes up, so it cannot be. Increasing the variable cost, if I increase the variable cost, then the slope will be something like that. That will be something like that. So it is going to be cut here, so it cannot be. Decreasing the slope of income line, no. So reducing the variable cost. If I reduce the variable cost, it will be something like that, and it is going to be cut them here. So by that I can reduce the break-even point, and the correct answer is what, my defense? D for Delhi is the right answer. And good thing is that most of you have given D for Delhi. That is the good news coming from you guys. Okay, so that is the next question on your screen. Question number 37. Break-even analysis can be used for short-run analysis, long run analysis, average of above 2 run analysis. There is no such criteria. What could be answer? Question number 37 on your screen. Everyone just think and try to answer. 37, D for Delhi, D for Delhi, A for apple, A for apple. Okay, BC is left, option B and C is left. Nayar, go through someone with that also. So I think here is a competition between A and D, right? There is a competition between A and D. And now tell me, my dear friends, some of you going to write, a sir, I have more vote over favor of A. Yes, my dear friends. So okay, just listen one thing, just listen. So you can say, can any company survive if they work just only at the break-even point? At the break-even point, what is happening? No profit is there. Can you think any company can survive at that condition? Everyone have family, yaar. Everyone wants some profit. Otherwise, company cannot grow. So I will never plan any company for a longer time which will work on a break-even point. Even if you are going to start your business, going to start anything, you think, okay, I will work 3 and 4 months after. If I'm getting 3-4 months break-even point, okay, no problem. After that, I will get the profit. So my dear friends, always keep in mind, break-even analysis generally used for the short run analysis, not for long run analysis. So no, yeah. So short run is the right answer, not wrong. Wrong, I will never. Right. And if you are going to long run analysis, means your company is not going to be grow. Right, relax. You are not going to be grow, right? So keep in mind, and that way we can think that question. It is not written in any book. You can think it is written in the book. No, you have to be think, then you have to be answer. Okay, break even. But getting clear or not clear, yeah? Are clear? Okay, so that is the next question on a screen. Question number 38. Difference of actual sale and break even point is called margin of safety, price cost margin, contribution, and option D, none of the above. What will be answer of that question? Okay, question number 38. What will be answer, my dear friends? Question number 38. That time everyone is going to be give answer margin of safety. Yeah, MOS, margin of safety. Yes, whatever getting, it should be high. If it is high, company will survive better. So this is called basically margin of safety. Difference between actual sale and break even point. This is called margin of safety. I mean, you used to say in your daily day-to-day life, it is my margin of safety, right? This is the next question. If the demand of an, okay, that is the question from inventory, right? This is the question from inventory. That is the first question. If the demand for an item is double and the ordering cost is half, the economical order quantity of the item will be, what will be answer of that question? Question number 39 on your screen. Answer, everyone. What is coming out to be question number 39? See, first of all, tell what is economical order quantity. Do not try to by heart all the things. This is just a formula you have to remember. Economical order quantity is always given by Q star. It is 2D C naught upon CH. 2D C naught upon CH. D is here annual demand. Okay, D is annual demand, not monthly. If sometimes it is given monthly, convert in annual demand. CO is ordering cost. This is what? Ordering cost. CH is obviously inventory, you have to be hold na. So this is rent. Sometimes you are going to do what? LIC. So all that comes here. So it is called, where it is go near. So here this is CH. Simply we can say this is holding cost, and this is always given in the year also. CH is unit per year. This is CH per unit per year. Now see the question. What the question is there? If demand of item is double, so instead of demand I am going to be 2. Now demand is 2D double and ordering cost is half. Ordering cost C naught upon 2 and whole upon CH. Is it going to be changed or not here? Will remains unchanged. So D for Delhi will be the right answer. Aggregate planning, yes, there is a question of that one also. Aggregate planning का भी question है यहाँ पे. So what will be answer? Will remains unchanged. D for Delhi is the right answer. Okay, that is the next question. ABC analysis deals with analysis of process chart, flow material, ordering schedule of job, controlling inventory cost. What will be answer of that question? Everyone, ABC analysis. This is going to use in the what? Inventory control. So here I am going to be see analysis of flow chart, flow of material. That time all of you are going to be answer what? D for Delhi. And since everyone is going to be answer D for Delhi, so yes, I am going to be correct answer. D for Delhi is the right answer. My dear friends, ABC analysis is very important. That's why I have taken there some learning content. What the learning content? Try to remember the point about the ABC analysis. Here some could be in the next page. I will come. Okay. In the EOQ model, if unit ordering cost is double, the EOQ will be. I think that question now you can answer. Now we can answer that question. In the EOQ model, if unit ordering cost is double, the EOQ will be, what will be answer? Answer that question 41 on your screen. Everyone. So ordering cost now. So we can say, sir, if you talk about Q star, let's assume 1. So it is, I know, 2D C naught upon CH. If I am going to be double, so Q, let's assume 2 star, so it will be 2D C naught is what? 2 C naught upon CH. So rest we can say, so it is coming out to be root, simply we can say root 2 into Q1 star. How much is so it is increases by root 2 means 1.414 na, 1.414. So it is going to be increased by root 2 times. So we can say 1.414 times. So C4 Chennai is the right answer. In ABC analysis, C item are those which represent. What about question number 42 on your screen? Question number 42 on the screen. See, my dear friends, ABC analysis is important, right? ABC, VED, FNS. FNS is going to use in the shop. So try to read all that. That's why I have came with some learning content here. And this learning content you have to remember. See, ABC analysis with controlling inventory cost is divided into three categories: A, B, and C. Descending value: A has the highest value items, B is lower value than A, C has lowest value of consumption. So here we can say ABC analysis inventory control technique based on the annual consumption of the value. Here you see A item of A. This will be a small number of items, but their cost will be 70 to 80% of the total annual consumption value. Like if you have to design a car, so what will be the atoms A in the car? Obviously, it will be the piston cylinder arrangement, right? It will be the piston cylinder. Their total number of quantity is less, but their cost is very high, approximate 70 to 80%. So keep in mind, value quantity will be less, but cost will be high. Item B, moderate number of items, generally 15 to 20% of total annual consumption value, required for normal control. This is strict. If suppose you have to design a car and piston cylinder arrangement is not there, piston cylinder arrangement is not there, can you design a car? No. So obviously it should be, sir, it is just strict, right? If you talk about moderate, there is a need of clutch, there is a need of brake, all should be there, right? And if you talk about C item, this will be large in the number of atoms, various number, but their cost is 5 to 10%, like nut and bolt. Nut and bolt could be like that. If there is no one and nut bolt, no problem, still a thing will run. Yes, sir. Is there any other type like ABC analysis? Yes, I have. I will come on the question. So always keep in mind, this will be 5 to 10%. Simple control is just sufficient. No problem. 1 to not volt is not there, no value. So no problem if no 1 or 2 not volt is there. Okay. So that's why I have given here some example also. A bearing gear comes under the category of B. Nut, bolt, washer, that all comes under the category of C. I have given that value. I will share the PDF. Just read once. Next is another question. Which analysis not related to inventory control? Which of the following is not related to the inventory control? ABC analysis, VED analysis, FAD analysis. Right, answer that question. What will be? What will be? ABC analysis, VED, FNS, or that? 43, I am getting, my dear friends, listen. In the inventory, if you talk about, you are going to use ABC analysis, you are going to VED. VED means vital, essential, desirable. FNS analysis, this is also going to be used. FNS analysis, generally, retail shop going to use the FNS analysis. Sometimes it is going to be used. Retail shop, if you open any retail shop, you can use the FNS analysis. FMS, finite, that is not the here it is going to be used. So D for Delhi is the right answer. VED analysis sometime going to be asked in the question, so I will discuss about that. ABC you have discussed. VED, here we can say vital, essential, and desirable. In this technique, that classify inventory on its functional important. Vital means obviously it should be, essential is required, desirable, if it is not there, no problem, it can run, but it should be there, it will be good for a company. That is the next question. In ABC analysis inventory control, A and C category items respectively refer to. What will be answer of that question? I will share in the group. Pavan, don't put the same message, I will put that in the group. Okay, group you have, in that I will give. So what will be answer of that question? ABC, A and C category items respectively refer high, medium, and low value item. Medium, high, and low value item. Control BAC, right? B. So it should be medium, high. B for Bombay, na? How C for Chennai, yaar? B for Bombay, na? B for Bombay is the right answer. Medium, high, and low value items. Fine. It is about the ABC. This is the next question. Vital, essential, desirable analysis is very useful for control of a spare part or deal of a stock of important items at what department level. What will be answer of that question? Question number 45 on your screen. Question number 45. What answer you are going to be? Yes, my dear friends, if you talk about vital, essential, desirable, na, basically going to be used in the spare parts. If you have a vehicles and if anytime it is going to be, some spare part you have to be purchased. So the company work on that model. So especially if you have a spare part, you will work on the vital, essential and desirable model, right? Okay, just in time manufacturing philosophy emphasis on, that is the question from the scheduling. Right now the question has been started for the scheduling. What, why sir? Manpower, manufacturing, profit or inventory. Just in time, where it is going to be used? Manpower, manufacturing, that is the concept came from the Japan, right? Came from the Japan. So whatever Japan is there, they are not going to be much more trust on the what? Inventory, na? So the correct answer is what? Yeah, that time everyone is agree with option D. So just in time manufacturing philosophy emphasizes on the inventory, right? So D for Delhi, can you tell me who have given that concept? Have you listened the name of Kanban? Reduce operating cost. Always keep in mind here the purpose they may ask. Benefit of JIT: reduce operating cost, higher quality, shorten the lead time, reduce inventory. So reduce the inventory, so inventory cost decreases, greater performance. That all work. That is another question. I think you can do that question. Question number 47 on your screen. Classifying items A, B, and C category for the selective control of inventory management is done arranging the item in the decreasing order of what? Total inventory cost, yeah, value of items, yeah, annual usage value, yeah, demand of the items. What will be answer of that question? Value of items. What will be answer? Everyone, question number 47. Yes, just now, if you have remember, my dear friends, why you are going to be why you are making mistake here? Total inventory cost? No, that not na yaar, ABC. No, total inventory they not talk. Here I am going to be see most of you guys have given value of atoms. Yeah, annual usage value. Value of atoms or annual usage value. What could be answer? My dear friends, it is not B for Bombay. You all of you have given B for Bombay. Actually talk about the annual usage value. Annual usage value having 80 to 85%, that is kept in the category of A, and rest you have seen. So it is annual usage value, not the value of atoms. Annually usage, on that basis you are going to be doing. So C for Chennai is the right answer, not B for Bombay. तो देखो ऐसा mistake करता है ना? I know. There is a minor difference between B and C. Right, so just now you have see the content that I have given clearly mentioned this is on the annual uses. See, I have given, it will take time, if you share the PDF, clearly I have mentioned here it is annual usage. Right, well, come to the next question. Which principles serve as the baseline of ABC principle? Yeah, ABC principle, that is another question going to be asked. Have you listened the name of which model in that? Everyone answer fast here. Yes, Pareto model, na? Pareto model 80-20%, 80 and 20%. Good. So it work on the Pareto model. While principles serve in the basis of ABC analysis, is actually it is called 80-20, like that. So sometimes they can ask 80-20 model, so it will be Pareto. Good. D for Delhi is the right answer. So that is the question number 47. Now, what is the full form? ABC analysis refers to always battle, class, control. What will be answer of that question? Just a full form of that. This is just a full form of that. I think everyone can answer. Always better control, always be cool. This is for you. Always be cooling, huh? Closing, not cooling. Okay, they should give always be cool. Will be better answer. Active best class, any way better class? No, always better control. So D for Delhi is the right answer. And that time. So my dear friends, that is the second half century question. First half century question on your screen. Let's see what is that question. Okay, that is the 50 number question, and it is a small numericals, and you can do that question. You can do that question, right? Okay, I will do. Don't put lot of message. I will ask the team, and they will help you out on that. And when one electrical session has been conducted today, right, Mr. MK? Well, okay, my dear friends, tell me demand of a product. This is very high quantity. This is annual demand. Okay, company purchase this price in the lot sale of them. Okay, the cost of purchasing order is 1500 and cost of storage is 150 per piece per annum. Always keep in mind this is going to be CH is per piece per annum. EOQ. Just put that value in the equation. Economical order quantity. This is 2D C naught upon CH. 2 annual demand 2D. 12 5 how many zero 1 2 3 4 5 bigger company look like here, huh? Very high demand. 2D C naught is 1500 upon CH 150, right? Now solve now. 0 will got cancel out. 15 15 10, and after that we'll get what answer is coming out to be D for Delhi. Just put the value. Easy question it is. So D for Delhi is the right answer. Easy question it was. You can do that. Okay, just in time concept was developed by, that is another question. Just in time concept was developed by. Tell me what will be answer. Can you eliminate the option? Just in time concept developed by. I am not able to pronounce their name, right? But it should be what? Japanese, na? So yeah, we can eliminate the option. The right, not Toyota, right? This is this. Taichi Ono, right? Just in compressed were developed by Taichi Ono. That is the given. Keep in mind their name also. Okay, going to be asked in that exam PSU. The most suitable system for retail shop. If you are going to be retail shop, what you can use? FSN analysis, ABC, VED, yeah, golf analysis. What will be answer of that question? I think just now you have discussed about that. So that will be the last question of inventory. Now we will move to the scheduling and forecasting. Now after that I will move to the forecasting question. So yes, my dear friend, just now you have discussed about that now. The most suitable system for retail shop, it is the FSN analysis, right? ABC analysis bigger, VED especially for the spare parts. So keep in mind that thing, right? So here we can say stand for the fast moving, slow moving and non moving items. It look quantity, consumption rate, and how often the item is issued and being used. Just in time manufacturing concept based on, what will be answer of that question? I think that will be the second last question. Just in time manufacturing concept is based on reducing of production, reducing of waste, reduction of inspection, and reduction of defects. What could be answer? Question number 53. And see the fortunate 53 like is also there. This is 53 number question. What a coincidence it is. What answer, my dear friends? Just now you have seen, my dear friends, just now you have seen reduction of weight, reduction of waste. Good. So before Mumbai is the right answer. Okay, so my dear friend, just in concept ABC analysis, that all are my dear friends important with respect to inventory. I have taken that was different types of question going to be asked. Now I will move to the forecasting. I think let's see which question is next. So my dear friends, I will cover forecasting, PPC. Okay, linear I have already completed. Sequencing, balancing, that all question is there. So keep in just pay patience here. I will take all types of question. Okay, I think now we can do that question. In case of VED analysis, inventory E for essential, E for essential, no? E for essential, yes. So easy question. Now you could be able to answer that type of question because already we have discussed a lot of that type of question. So I am damn sure reason carrying the inventory is 2. One of the important reason, that is the key point of carrying inventory: improve customer service, get quality discount, maintain operational capability, all of the above. What could be answer of that? Everyone? Yes, my dear friends. Obviously, customer service, get quality, because you know you are going to be order anything in the bulk now, so you will get some discount. So that is also good. Improve customer service, yeah, they will better. Okay, and their service is good. Maintain operational capability, yes. So D for Delhi. Now that all are about the inventory question, my dear friends. How many questions? Now it will get na. Consider following statement. Okay, that is another question. Can you do that question? Little bit different. That is question of ESC. I have taken intentionally. I have taken that question. Consider following statement: interest of material management, interest of top management, Pareto 80-20. On the above ABC analysis. Now I can think you can answer that question, right? What answer is there? Write down the question number now. Write down question number here. It will be better to me. Question number 56 on your screen. And coincidentally, how many? Yeah, good. 56. Okay. My dear friends, don't be confused. See, if you talk about ABC, interest of material manager, no, there is no anything. Interest of material, interest of top management. Basically, ABC is going to be talk about what, my dear friends? ABC is going to be talk about the Pareto, and that is 80-20 rule. So above this will be D, no? And yeah, every one of you have given D for Delhi. Okay. So well, good. Question number, okay, now I think you can read NS management stands for vital. Okay, no need to waste time you on that type of question now. I'm damn sure you will be able to solve if it is coming out to be. EOQ is basically what, my dear friends? The quantity which ordered will minimum the total inventory cost. Okay, that is a better question. We can answer. What will be answer in inventory? So, my dear friends, half of the question we have completed in 1.5 hours. And thank you for your patience and all that. Rest, no. Okay, one thing, because of your patience, my dear friends, PPC, or you can say MRP. I will give the learning content also here. We can see here MRP and all that. I have given the learning content, so that because last year analysis you do the question has been asked from that segment. So I think since you all are my dear student, so I will discuss their concept here, and obviously we will expect 1 or 2 questions from that segment. That's why I have taken their learning content also. So keep patience, right? Well, so that is the next question. Answer that question. Inventory EOQ, when the quantity which when ordered will minimum the total inventory cost. If you talk about total cost, so it is inventory cost plus a purchasing cost, right now. So if you talk about what will be answer of that question, my dear friends, what I am getting? A for apple. A for apple. The quantity which when ordered will minimum the total. Yes, my dear friends. If you average quantity minimize the total inventory cost, maximum is going to be ordered, minimum quantity. Okay, yeah, A for apple is the right answer. You have to be, in the case of now, you are going to be EOQ, you have to be reduce the, you are going to be a Q dash, this is called economical order quantity. Value is coming 2D C naught upon CH. So in that case, inventory cost is minimum. If inventory cost is minimum, we can say total cost is purchase cost plus of inventory cost. Always keep in mind, total cost is purchase cost plus of total inventory cost. So if I reduce the inventory cost, total cost further decreases, right? So they may ask, so what is total cost is minimum when the TIC cost is minimum, and that is good for a company. Price break model, all that we will discuss. Okay, now, okay, that is the question from the forecasting, right? This is the question from what, my dear friends? Forecasting. So now the question is started of the segment of forecasting. After that, I will see the sequence. What after that I have, I think tuning theory, and after that another you have Thank you. Who is there? Mr. Learner. Thanks a lot for that. Okay. This is something which motivates me. Okay, no problem. That's natural tendency of a human. You want to get there what? Praised. Okay, thank you. So my dear friend, that is the next question. Which of the following forecasting technique is not suited for making forecast for planning production schedule in the short range? Moving average, exponential moving average, regression analysis, or Delphi technique? What will be answer of that question? Question number 59. Fortunate like is 57. Okay, okay. Oh, it's increases. Well, what answer is coming out to be? Delphi. Good. Following a forecasting technique not suited for the making a forecast planning product schedule in the short range. For the short range, I am not going to use the Delphi technique. What is Delphi technique? Yeah, D for Delhi is the right answer. Delphi, in which the expert of the team is came and they are going to be brainstorming over the different solutions. So this is not going to be done. Moving average, we can do exponential moving average. That all can be. So Delphi technique is the right. And all of you have given the right answer, my dear friends. Opinion survey, so judgmental technique, time series method, casual method, that all are there. So I will share that PDF. You can read. Opinion survey you can make, market survey. In case of long term, here see, in case of long term, you are going to use all that: opinion survey, market survey, Delphi technique, customer survey. Even over phone, you sometimes you are getting the call from the whatever purchase product you are going to be purchased. So that is the part of opinion or customer survey. If you talk about short term, so past average, moving average, weightage, or you can say exponential smoothing method. If you talk about very short term, like vegetable, what is the vegetable sale of the expected upcoming week? In that case, I am going to use for the casual method or linear regression. This is for the 1 year, like that. Here, past average, all that. Okay. So try to remember all that point. It will be help you in the exam. Even they can ask linear. I have to be talk about the anything which is for a longer time and it is going to be wasted after a short interval of time. In that case, which method is going to be used? So it will be linear regression. So try to remember all that point. I will share that PDF. Don't worry. This is the next question. Which one of the following method can be used for the forecasting of sales potential of a new product? The product is new. What is the meaning of new product? Means it is not going to be exist in the market, right? First time I am going to introduce that type of product in the market. So time series analysis, jury of executive opinion method, sales force consumption method, direct survey method. What you can do? What you can do, my dear friends? Everyone tell me. Question number 60 on your screen. Question number what? 60. Whenever you have to be go through the new product means, see, can you move the any new product means you don't have any past data. That is a new product, right? So in case of new product, direct, I am going to be talk about the direct survey method, direct customer share. Suppose anything I want to be new, launch new things, I will talk to the customer to what you want to be modified at, what is your actual requirement. On that I am going to be launch the new product, right? So in that case, direct survey method is going to be used, especially for the new product. And good thing is that all of you have given the D for Delhi. Good. That is the another question. And my defense, that question is very, very important. If you go through in the exam now, we'll see the question is going to ask from the exponential exponential smoothing method. So try to solve that question fast. Can you solve that? Anyone have remembered the formula? Anyone have remember? Or can I give? Okay, so I am going to give one formula and try to remember that thing for a longer time. Okay, because one question, either numerical or direct theory, you can expect from the exponential smoothing method. Various times it is going to be asked. Okay, so focus on that. I am getting answer: B for Bombay, A for apple. What about others? Okay. All are okay sir, give the answer, then only I will move. My dear friends, don't forget, I am going to and try to remember that. Remember means remember, you have to remember that. Okay, remember. So here ft plus 1, forecast of the next year, next month. Listen, for 24, absolutely right. Okay, 24 is coming, fine, right? Your answer is right, my dear friends. See, FT1 is forecast of the suppose I have to be forecasting of anything in the 2026, anything forecasting, right? So this will be 2026, so it is the forecast of 2025, it is the forecast of 2025, means 1 year back. And this is alpha, called a smoothing constant. This is actually demand, actual demand of 2025. This is actual demand of 2025, right? And this is the actual forecasting of 2025. So always keep in mind, ft plus 1 equal to ft forecasting of the earlier plus alpha into demand of earlier minus forecast of that, and by that I will get the what is the value of upcoming month or year, whatever. So just put that value and try to remember. Directly they can ask the question, so try to remember that point here, my dear friends. Okay, come to the next question, important, try to remember that point. This is the next question. Which of the following forecasting method takes a fraction of forecast error into account for the next period of forecast? Simple average method, moving average, weightage moving average method, exponential smoothing method. What will be answer of that question? Question number 62 on your screen. Question number 62. What will be question number 62? So that time, everyone, my dear friends, which of the following forecast method take the fraction of error? Just now you have C, F, T or T plus 1, whatever we can say. This is F, okay, this is F, T plus 1, let's assume. So F, T here, forecast of next year. So T plus 1 is equal to Ft plus of alpha, and here we can say dt minus Ft, dt minus Ft here. So I'm going to write here F t plus 1 is equal to f t plus of alpha. Here what it was, demand of t minus forecast of t. So here we can say that is forecasting error, na? That, see, that was the actual demand of the bike here, and you have forecasted that. So that is the, you can say, the error that you are getting now. So error is always going to be found in the exponential smoothing method, and that's why you are going to use it mostly, because they are going to be take the error. Right, my dear friends? Okay, so try to keep in mind that things going to ask in the exam, and put that thing in your mind. Yeah, good thing is that all of you have given the correct answer. This is the next question, and I think that question you can do. The demand and forecast of June are 12,000 and 10,275 respectively. If a smoothing constant is equal to 0.25, the forecast for the month of July, you can see the month of July will be, what will be that answer? What will be that? D for Delhi. Write down question number here. Are you giving D for Delhi for 63? C for Chennai for 63, right? Write down the question number. It will be easy. Okay, 63, 9945, 9945. No option is there. What about others? C for Chennai. Okay. So my dear friends, I think you can do that question. I don't think you will find July. So just keep in mind Ft plus 1 equal to Ft, the demand and forecast. The demand and forecast. Forecast was 10,275 plus of alpha is given 0.25 plus of their error. So 12,000 minus of 10275. Solve that question. Solve that question. By solving, we'll get how much it is coming out to be, my dear friends. I think 10706. 10706. C for Chennai. Let me check. Yes, C for Chennai is the right answer. Try to remember, no? Try to remember that formula. That's why I have focused more on that. Rest you can do. Okay, that is another method. Regression method for forecasting is applied mainly for casual models, qualitative forecasting, time series model, or Delphi method. Regression method, just I have given one diagram in which it was totally clearly written. What will be answer of question number 64 on your screen? Question number 64. Why you are going to make a mistake in that, yeah? If you have to sell the vegetable, right, then you have to use that technique. This is called casual models. Just above you have seen, again you are making mistakes. No problem, make mistake here, but keep in mind in the exam you don't have to repeat the same thing, right my dear friends? So for the casual means vegetable sale, fruit sale, like that all comes under the category of casual models, right? So A for apple is the right answer. And yeah, good thing is that not all of you, but yeah, most of you have given the correct answer, right? So this is the next question on your screen. Which one of the following forecasting technique is most suitable for making a long range forecast? Time series analysis, regression analysis, exponential smoothing, or market survey? Question number 65 on your screen. Question number 65 on your screen. Question number 65. If you want to survive any market for a longer time, then what you have to do? Can you do exponential smoothing? No, sir. This is for a less time, sir. Next month, 2 months, 3 months, sir. Anyone? Any firm? What is this, Mr. Panda? What you are telling? Okay, you are telling anything like that. Okay. So no use. Time series regression analysis also known. This is market survey, right? If you want to get forecast of anything for a longer time, in that case market survey is good and it is going to be used. So answer will be the market survey. Yeah, obviously it will take time, but you can go through that. Okay, so that is the question number 66 on your screen, and answer that question. Your time started now. In exponential smoothing technique, which of the following is true? Right? So tell me, थके नहीं हो ना अभी तक? अरे tell me, थके नहीं ना हो? अभी है ना energy? Have you energy or it is exhausted? In half of the section? Yes, you have. So you guys are engaged to give the answer. That's good. So 66B, B. Well, B for Bombay. Yeah. Obviously, you have seen, na? So always keep in mind that is alpha going to rise between 0 to 1, and I think everyone have okay. High value of use for stable demand, and alpha used for unstable demand. Okay, here, okay, like that option is there. Okay, option A is 0 less than alpha. Okay, for high value alpha used for stable demand. Okay, 0 itna high value of alpha used for unstable demand. Okay, and for alpha used for stable demand. Okay, alpha cannot be more than 1, so even you can neglect C for Chennai because it cannot be more than 1. So and even it cannot be less than 0. Equal to could be, but more than 1 is not. Okay, none of the above, my dear friends. 0 for high value of alpha, and high value of alpha used for unstable demand. So unstable demand is what, my dear friends? You can see you are going to use the forecast of next month. You are going to use the forecast. You are going to forecast now. So ft plus 1 is equal to what? T plus 1 is equal to ft plus of alpha into you can say gt minus ft, right? If the high value of alpha, that means what? High value of forecast you are going to be tell. And when you are going to be give the high value of forecast, when you are going to give high value forecast, if high demand could be there, then only we can do the high value of forecast, na, right? So we can say, sir, if the demand is going to be changed, it is unstable, sir. So you can see if alpha is high, means next year demand is high, so it is unstable. Not if the demand will be same as the earlier, then we can say yes, it is stable. Then we can say it is what? Stable. But here we can say a high value of alpha for unstable demand. So B for Bombay is the right answer. If alpha is 0, my dear friends, if alpha is 0 means demand ft equal to t, means demand is the same as it was usual, right? So keep in mind alpha 0 means there is a demand stable in the demand. High value of alpha means unstable in the demand, right? So keep in mind that point in your mind at least till the exam. This is next. Which of the following measure for the forecast error? Mean, absolute deviation, trend value, moving average, of principal fluctuation. What will be answer of that question? Question number 67 on your screen. Question number 67. What is the answer is coming out to be? A for apple. A for apple. Yeah, mean absolute deviation going to be check. So A for apple is the right answer for the forecast error. By that you can check. So A for apple is the right answer. Which was that question? Okay, A na you have given. Well, so my dear friends, that is the next question on the screen. For sales forecasting, pooling of expert opinion is made use in statistical correction, Delphi technique, moving average, and exponential smoothing. What you can say, my dear friends, in that? Expert opinion. So what the meaning of expert opinion? Yes, even I am also going to forecast na. What I am going to do here, I am also going to forecast. And how I am going to forecast? Because I have analysis, I am the expert of that field. I have seen the lot of previous year questions of different PSUs, BEL and all that. And according to that, I have came with the question, and I am going to expect, okay, that type of concept should come in the upcoming exam. So whenever you talk about the expert opinion, that becomes the Delphi technique, right? Delphi technique. So B for Bombay is the right answer. Good. Moving average method is basically recent value is given more value. This is called moving average method. In this, what is happening? The recent value as demand, their weightage is given more. So that is the meaning of moving average. If you talk about one is average, average में क्या होता है? You are going to be give the equal weightage for all the past demand. Well, that is the next question. Which are the following technique used for forecasting? Now I think no one can make mistake in that question. No one can make that time no one can make a mistake in that question, right or no? A for apple. Yeah, that is a easy question, sir. That I can do. Exponential PERT control CPM technique used for forecasting. Yes, simple question, easy. You could be able to, because that type of question is also going to ask Mr. Teja and everyone. So try to remember, easy question is also going to be asked. CPM PERT for project and all that, control chart. Well, so this is the next question on screen. Question number 70. Question number 70. In a simple exponential smoothing constant should be kept close to in order to give lower weight age to past demand. A lower weight you have to give the past demand. What could be answered? Question number 70. Question number 70. Everyone, someone is option A, someone with option B, someone is, I am going to see here D. Okay, C is left. C is also left. So student thinking, sir, C cannot be because it is less than 1. Because it is less than 1, so it cannot be. That's why I am not going to be C. Right. So what will be answer, my defense? What? B or A? Why you are making here confusion? For a simple exponential smoothing coefficient should be kept close to in order to give the, what is this? 1 second, my dear. Hello. क्लास नहीं करने रहे, यहाँ का फोन कर ले अपना. ठीक. What answer I am getting? B, 0. In a simple method, coefficient should be kept close to in order to give the lower weightage age of past demand. You want to give the lower weightage to the past demand. See, my dear friends, ft plus 1 is equal to what, my dear friends? We can say ft plus of alpha into ft dt minus ft, dt minus ft, dt minus ft. So question is going to be asked, in order to give the lower weightage age of past demand, you want to give their lower weightage of the past demand. So what could be A or I think the answer is A, right? Just if you are going to put the alpha is equal to 1, so it will be ft plus dt minus of ft. So ft will get cancel out. We will get the exact the demand which was earlier, lower weightage A. So yeah, A is the right answer. This is the next question. Which forecasting method gives decreasing weightage to the demand of all past period? Weightage moving, moving average, exponential smoothing, simple average method. What will be answer of that question? Question number 71 on your screen. Question number 71. Which forecasting method gives decreasing weightage to the demand of all past period? Weightage moving average. What will be answer? What will be the answer of that question? My dear friends, listen. Exponential smoothing, na, you require just one, forecast. You see, na, ft plus 1 is equal to what? We can say ft plus of alpha, ft minus dt, na, dt minus ft plus alpha, dt minus ft, right now. So here we can see only one data you have, one or two data you have, we can go through, right? Sometimes the question may ask, which of the following method good if you have less past data? Then I can use the exponential smoothing. But here it decreasing weightage of the demand of all the past period, means various past period is there. So in that case, you are going to use weightage moving average. Just weightage. Here only one data, na, yaar. So if anyone have less data, then we can go through the part exponential smoothing. But he talk about the past periods, so we talk longer time. So it will be the weightage moving average. Moving average is not simple average. It is given equal weightage to all the past data. It is not good, right? So A for apple is the right answer. And good thing is that most of you guys have given the correct answer. Okay, so that is the question number 72 on your screen. The question is that which of the following statement is not correct for the exponential smoothing method of demand forecasting? Not correct, it is going to be asked. Not correct, it is going to be asked. What will be answer? 72 on your screen. Read all the options, then try to go through the options. Answer, right? So option A, demand of most recent data given more weightage. Okay, this method require only the current demand and forecast demand. Okay, this method assigned weightage to all the previous data. Okay, this method gives equal weightage to all the periods. Which of the following is not correct, right? Have you changed your answer? No changing, huh? Initially you guys have go through with option Chennai. No, you are going to be change your option, right? What the answer is there? See, my dear friends, here not correct. Listen, not correct. It is going to be asked. Which of the following statement not correct for the exponential smoothing method of demand forecasting? Demand for the most recent data given more weightage. Yes, this method required only the current demand and forecast demand. Yes, I can go through only current and last year I have gone through. I can go. This method assigned weightage to all previous data. What the meaning of all previous data? All means various previous data. But I have required only one data of the past demand and past forecast. Right. Okay. This method gives equal weightage to all the periods. Equal weightage is not given in that. Equal weightage is not given in that. So it will be the wrong. So D for Delhi will be the wrong about that. That is the next question. Which of the following is not a type of predictable demand behavior? Trend, random variation, cycle, or seasonable pattern? Not a type of predictable demand behavior. Tell me. Trend, random variation, seasonable pattern, cycle. B for Bombay. Yes. If anything random variation is there, random is going to vary. How you can forecast? If anything variation is random, it is not going to follow anything. So how we can forecast? So answer will be the random variation. Demand, which of the following no type of predictable demand? Yes, in case of random variation, we cannot do. Okay, so now that is the next question on the screen. I think that is the second last question. Delphi technique is used forecasting inventory management quality. Now I think no one can give the wrong answer of that one. If you are going to give the wrong answer of that one, तो क्या करना है, यू हैव टू बी गोन थ्रू इन फ्रंट ऑफ मिरर और रोते हुए भगवान से बोलना है कि मैं ही ऐसा क्यों हूं, राइट। कहाँ जाओगे, मिरर के पास, फिर रोते हुए ही पूछना है, वैसे भगवान जवाब नहीं देगा कि व्हाई आई एम लाइक दैट। यस, डेल्फी टेक्निक इज यूज्ड इन द फोरकास्टिंग. Okay, come to the question number which question number 75. Forecasting which assume static environment in the future. Passive forecasting, active, long term forecasting, or short term forecasting which assume static environment in the future. What will be the answer of that? Static environment in the future. 75. This is called what? Which type of forecasting? This is called, my dear friends, passive forecasting. Okay, this is called is what? Passive forecasting. Active is not, right? Okay, that is the next question on the screen. Twinning theory is associated with. So now the question of started from the twinning theory, right? Which is this Black Panther? Why you are so happy? Tell me. Twinning theory is associated with production time, waiting time, planning time, or sales time. What will be answer? It will be the waiting time, right? Yes, it will. Twinning theory basically you talk about with the waiting time. So 76, B for Bombay is the right answer. Okay, come to the question number 76 on your screen. Right, in a tuning problem, if arrival are completely random, then the probability distribution of number of arrival in a given time follow. Which distribution it follow? Poisson distribution, normal, binomial, or exponential distribution? What will be answer of that? 77. What will be answer of that, my dear friends? 77, right? Normal, no. Binomial, exponential, this is going to be follow. Tuning arrival are completely random, then the probability distribution of number of arrival in a given time follow. This is Poisson distribution. So keep in mind, arrival is follow the Poisson distribution. So A for apple is the right answer. Poisson distribution. This is the next question. The utilization factor or traffic intensity in tuning theory is defined as. How you can define the utilization factor or traffic intensity in tuning theory? How you can define that? Tell me. Okay. Question number, what answer I am getting here? 78B4. The utilization factor of traffic intensity in a tuning theory is defined as. So my dear friends, here we can see I have come with the 78. Actually, this is called utilization factor. It is going to be denoted by rho, and always keep in mind mean arrival rate upon mean service rate. What is the arrival rate of the customer? What is the service rate? That their ratio is called utilization factor. This is not the density, okay? Mean arrival rate of the customer to the mean service rate of the customer. This is called utilization factor. Simply they can ask what is utilization factor. Try to remember 2 or 3 formula I will give. We'll see that thing right now. See, only 2 or 3 things you have to be keep in mind. Don't be worried. So one is utilization factor, mean arrival rate upon mean service rate. Lambda upon mu, service rate should be, you can say the service, and by which rate it is going to be service, and this is the arrival of the customer. Suppose they are going to be like 12 customer per hour. This is alpha, and you know mu is 20 customer per hour. So what will be utilization factor? We can say 20 20 12 upon 20 will get the value. This is called utilization factor, intensity all. Next, the cost providing service in queuing system increases with increase in mean time in the queue, decrease arrival rate, decrease mean time in the queue, decrease arrival rate. What will be answer of that question? Tell me. The cost of providing service in tuning system increases with increase mean time in the queue. No, my defense, just listen. If the you are going to be give the service and taking longer time, your customer will get this will not get satisfied, right? And they will not recommended other one to take your service. So it is not increase the arrival rate. No, in arrival rate I am not going to increase my cost, but decrease mean time of the queue. Yes, my dear friends, if I want to decrease the mean time, I need to increase the server. If I increase the server, you require more manpower. So the cost of providing service in a queuing system increases if decrease the mean time of the queue. Mean time of queue how decreases? Once I increase the server. This is the ticket counter, right? I have initially 3 ticket counter, and there was a various number of queue, or you can say the longer queue was there. So if you want to reduce that queue, I have to be open further counter of ticket counter. So my manpower increases right now. So that way you have to remember, decrease the mean time of the queue, your cost will increases. Okay, that is the next question. In queue designation, this is given A, B, C, D, F. What does C represent? What does C represent here? Anybody can tell me what does C represent here? My dear friends, don't be worried. I am going to be tell about that. If you haven't gone through that in the PDF, don't worry. See, that the thing you have to remember. This is called Kendall notation. This is called what? Kendall notation, whatever you can say. In the Kendall notation, A, B, C, D, F is there, where A, sometimes it is given. This is, and told, which is this? So it is Kendall notation. So A is probability, rate of arrival. This is probability of the service. C is the number of service channel. D is the queue discipline. E is the size of the system. F is calling source of population. So just try to remember that name A, B, C, D, E, F all, and it will help you. Otherwise, just remember Kendall notation is A, B, C is to D, E, F, where that value is there. So try to remember that point, and it is easy, my dear friends, not difficult. This is another question. If average arrival rate of a queue is 6 per hour and the average service rate is 10 per hour, which of the following is the average number of customer in the line, including the customer being served? Including the customer being served. What will be answer of that question, my dear friends? Okay, I am going to give you formula. Just remember 2 or 3 things. Don't be hurry. 2, 3, maximum 4 things you have to remember from that PDF. From the tuning theory. Nothing else. All are very easy, right? I have to discuss 1, 2 more thing you have to remember. My dear friends. So here is what question is there. Read once again. If average arrival rate of queue, average arrival rate. So lambda is given 6 customer per hour, and service rate is mu. So mu is given 10 customer per hour. Okay. Which of the following is the average number of customer in the line? Average number of customer in the line, including the customer being served. Being served. So my dear friends, see that formula. Always keep in mind, number of customer in a line including the customer being served, it is given by lambda upon mu minus lambda. Lambda upon mu minus lambda. This is the number of customer in the line including customer being served. Lambda upon mu minus lambda. Lambda is known, mu is known. Easily you could be able to solve that question. So don't take any attention. Just 2 or 3 things as I'm telling you, you have to remember. Nothing else. So out of which one is that? You can go through if you need that numericals. Otherwise, no problem. Directly they will ask the easy question from that segment. Same question is there. Okay, easy question. Simply it is going to ask the utilization factor and probability. Next, this is zero discipline generally found in loading and unloading, office filling, lottery draw, train arrival at platform. Zero. When the zero discipline you are going to be found, loading, unloading. Zero means select in random order. Select in random order, right? Select in random order. Now tell me how we can select a random order. Suppose I have 500 customer, right? I have 500 customer and I want to select in the random order. How I will select? I will take a lucky draw, and in this you see which one is first, I will call them. So zero discipline basically going to use in case of lottery draw, right? In which it is going to be used in the lottery draw. C for Chennai is the right answer. That is the question from the queuing theory. Now I think that completed. Little law is relations to what little law? This is basically But the little law is there, my dear friends, which it is related, obviously it will be from the queuing. Waiting time and length of the queue in the queuing system, right? Little law is relation waiting time and the length of the queue in the queuing system, right? Try to remember B for Bombay, everyone. Okay, just little law, candle law, length of the queue, that three things you have to be remember. Rest all thing is nothing here, all are very easy. Service time in queuing theory usually assumed to follow service time, normal distribution, Poisson, enlarge or exponential law. But service time, what should be there? Service should be faster, then only customer will get satisfied and they will recommend it for other customer also. So normal distribution is not, Poisson is not, enlarge no. Actually you have to go through the exponential distribution. Exponentially you have to be give the surface. So D for Delhi is the right answer. 85, D for Delhi. And yeah, good thing is that all of you I am going to be going to give the right answer. Okay, so now that is the question number 86 on your screen. If number of arrival in a queue follow the Poisson distribution, then inner arrival time obey which of the following distribution? Okay, that not more important, we can leave queuing theory. That question came here randomly. Okay. In the queuing theory, relation between the expected number of customer of the system queue and expected waiting time in the system queue is known as. Now you can answer that question. Now I will expect the answer of that question from you guys. Queuing theory relationship between the expected number of customer in the system and the expected waiting time in the system. From which law you are getting? Candle or little? Candle or little, my dear friends? Just now you have seen that question. Again you are making mistake, guys. Why, yaar? Candle notation, it was 6 data there. It was not only talking about the relationship between the number of customer in the system and waiting time. It was not. It was a little formula, na dost. So just keep in mind that thing either. Yeah, you have less time now. Keep the main point, right? Little formula. B for Bombay is the right answer, not A for apple. Candle is not that here, right? So B for Bombay is the right answer. Good thing is that most of you have given the correct, not all. This is my habit part. I used to say all. The term jockeying in a queue theory refers to enters in a long queue, leaving the queue, shifting from one queue to another queue. Jockeying. What jockeying? Jockeying is something like that. You are in the queue. You think, oh yeah, this queue is running very slow. So you have changed the queue. Now again think, oh, this is also running very slow. So continuous you are going to change the queue, right? Continuous line को बदल रहे हो in the aspect कि okay, I will get the service in that faster. In that expectation you are going to do. So shifting from one queue to another parallel queue, and this is going to be happen. So see, barking is also character of that. So C for Chennai is the right answer, my dear friends. Queuing theory is used for jobs of scheduling, inventory problem, traffic congestion studies, all of the above. What will be answer? I think now we can answer that question. Everyone can answer. Question number 89. Question number 89. Queuing theory is used for. Everyone have given D, all of the above. Huh? In inventory also you are going to use the queuing theory. Tell me, yaar, in inventory are you going to use queuing theory? No, yaar, no. How I am going to use in inventory? Inventory problem, nothing. Like jobs of scheduling, traffic congestion study. Yes, here. Jobs of scheduling, for the scheduling, you are going to use and northwest rule and all of that. Traffic congestion study, you are going to use the queuing theory is traffic congestion study, for that you are going to be used. So C for Chennai. Jobs of scheduling going to be done by the various approach, not by the queuing theory, right? You have different machine and you are going to assign them on different machine, right? Okay, so my dear friends, that is the next question from the scheduling, right? A set of 5 jobs are to be proceed on a single machine. The processing time in the day is given. The holding cost for each job is K per day. A schedule that minimize the total inventory cost is. So how you can do that question? This is over the processing time. Can you do that? So always keep in mind, you have to be arranged in such a way that it will take a less time. Shortest, you have to one rule is called SPT Babu, shortest processing time, right? By that you have to be schedule that shortest processing time, SPT rule you can say. Okay, so schedule that minimize the total inventory cost. So you have to be arranged in this sequence the increasing order of their processing time, sequence increasing order of their processing time. So processing time is given, you have to be increasing order of, so which one? T. After T, even it could be S, it can be Q, even other time is also there, so I can judge. So it could be T, and after that S, after that Q, even you can rearrange them, because if another time is there, then it will be better to predict which will come first. But only since their processing time is there, so I can go T, S, Q, after that R, right, and P. Yeah, so A is the right answer. My defense, remember that, no? Because why? Because recently in the BDL, or I don't know, they have asked arrange it in the according to SPT rule, right? So try to remember that. Or another rule is also there, SPT is going to be asked. So try to remember that things. Okay, you have to be arranged in the increasing order of the processing time, and you could be able to answer that question, right? Okay, so A for apple is the right answer. I will share that PDF written. Time taken for a job from its arrival to the system until departure is called. Time taken for the job from its arrival to the system until the departure is completion time, flow time, due date, or processing time. What is it called? Job flow time, JFT. Have you read the JFT, job flow time? Have you gone through JFT? Tell me, job flow time. Yes, my dear friends, always keep in mind this is called flow time. Completion time, this looks like, so that a student will think and go through with option A. This is not a completion time. Here I used to say job flow time. Okay, in this sequencing I am going to use the job flow time. So correct answer is B, not A. Okay, due date and processing date is also, I have approached, sometimes I am going to use the arrange the job according to due date also, right? So keep in mind that will be job flow time. B for Bombay is the right answer. Well, Johnson, that question has been asked earlier in your exam, I think. BL question 2025 May. Johnson algorithm is used for scheduling of n job 2 machine case, 2 job n machine, n job 3 machine, 3 job n machine. You know, my dear friends, you have a multiple work, and you have a multiple job, and you have a multiple machine. Then it is more important to reduce the idle time, how you are going to arrange the job, how you are going to arrange the job or different machine. So simply they are going to ask, Johnson algorithm is going to use, my dear friends. Yeah, I am getting right answer that time. I am getting right answer. 2 job and machine. What answer you are going to be give? B for Mumbai. No, 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 no. Not TRB. Huh? N job, you have number of jobs and you have 2 machine. In that case, you are going to use the Johnson algorithm, right? A, not a B. And 2 job and machine. You have only 2 job where there is n machine. So it is how it will be very easy to do. It will be, just think now, you have number of jobs and you have 2 machines. Then you have to be arrange the things. So Johnson algorithm, even in the classroom, I used to discuss how it works, what is the procedure, lot of things. But meanwhile, just keep in mind, n job and 2 machine case, it is going to use in the Johnson algorithm, right? So keep in mind, sometime it is going to use for the scheduling, which of the following algorithm is used. So it will be Johnson, and some another is also, but mostly n job 2 machine case is there. Sometimes 1 machine is also there, so 1 machine case is very easy. Okay, so my dear friends, that is from the layout system. Process chart are generally represented by the symbol using what the symbol they are going to be used. And process chart are generally represented by symbols following symbols. Which of the process chart, my dear friends? That question is also going to ask in various, especially PSU exam. So I am going to give one here learning content and try to read that content, okay, and remember that, my dear friends. 4 square is going to use for the inspection, O for operation, triangle is going to for the storage, and if anything is delay, for that I am going to be use D. So inspection is by what, my dear friends? Always keep in mind. Okay, this is option or okay, keep in mind, A inspection, operation, O triangle storage, and D just for the delay. So try to remember that point. What happened to that? Right? Let me store. Okay, fine. So that zoom that little bit. Where is the next question? What happened? Sometimes it happened. Okay, let me do one thing. I am going to be cut here, and again I am going to be, you know. Okay, fine. So you have did that well. Now that is the next question. In value engineering, the term value refers to, in case of value engineering, the term value refers to market value. Yeah, I have did market value, relationship between cost and efficiency, relationship between function and cost, and relationship between productivity and the cost. What will be answer? Question number 94 on your screen. Value. In case of value engineering, what the value term indicate? What the value term is going to indicate? Relation between cost and efficiency, okay, or relationship between function and cost. So always keep in mind, my defense, in case of value engineering, you talk about relationship between the function and cost. So that term indicate about the value. C for Chennai is the right answer. This is the question number 95. In time study, the rating factor applied to determine rating factor, standard job time, merit fixing rating of the worker, fixation of incentive rates, and normal time of a worker. Time study you are going to be talk about, my promotion in that chapter you are going to discuss. So what will be answer? Vijay, when is that exam? When is the exam? Tell me. Is there any update about that? Time study rating factor is always going to be for the normal, not standard, right? Not standard, not for standard. This is for the normal time. Of the normal time is equal to standard plus of rating factor. So D for daily, not standard time job. So D for daily is the right answer. Here we can say normal time equal to rating factor into observed time. Sometimes they are going to ask what is normal time, RF, and observation factor is given. Observation, RF, rating factor and observation time is given, and they will ask what will be the normal time. So simply we can say RF into observation time. The symbol, this symbol of the method a study chart refers to transportation, storage, operation, and inspection. How this symbol represent? How it is going to be represent? Question number 96 on your screen. Transportation, storage, what? Transportation. Well, yeah, good. So this is talk about the transportation. So A for apple is the right answer. Again, I have told you, try to remember that point. Okay, transportation, storage, operation, inspection, delay, all that. Please remember, yeah. This time I have seen in the various PSUs it is going to be asked. So just try to remember that point. The process chart, that now I think everyone can answer that question. What will be answer number 97? Answer everyone. Everyone, what answer? Transportation. Symbol represent 97. What answer I am getting here? Question number 97. My dear friends, one thing I will tell you. Next class, I will take material science day after tomorrow, right? Be ready for that. I will take 150 question of the material science, and be assured nothing will going to ask beyond that. 150. Mostly I'll focus iron carbon diagram, Queening theory, and sorry, not Queening theory, iron carbon diagram, and heat treatment and crystal structures. That is important. Okay, so next session will be over that. Okay, and I will take one more session, and that is will be the strength of material and machine design combined. Okay, Vijay, don't worry, I will do the separate session for BDL. I will do the separate session for BDL, right? So don't worry, your exam is 11th of Jan. So we will plan some marathon after 4 or 5 January. Okay, we will plan. Don't worry about that. And yeah, obviously it is also helpful if you are watching. It will help you. No problem. Yes. Wait. If the sale time will come, obviously their marathon will also be there. B. Okay. No, some question will be different in the BDL, right? I have to be checked. I have seen the question of the level of the BDL, and accordingly I have to move, right? Little bit numerical I have to be take there, and I will do. So don't worry. Same, different, little bit different types of question in BDL they are going to expect. So some different types of question I will came in the BDL, but concept will be same. Don't worry. Right now. Okay. So set the time for the material science. In the last year, 8 to 10 question was from the material science, especially from the polymer, thermosetting material, thermoplastic material, iron carbon, martensite, perlite, what is the mixture, what is the percentage of carbon, what is eutectoid, eutectic, that all things is there. So in one shot, I will complete all that, right? You can search YourPedia, I think. No, listen, as I told you, this is the project crash time, na? Engine mechanics is not that much of important, yeah. Why you have to waste your time on that? Put their time on other subject, crash your project. Okay, so I think everyone have given the 97. You are studying the industrial engineering. Stay, and again you are not going to be, crash your project. Why? You have seen, we have crashed our project. Actually, you planned 3 months of classes, but in the 1.5 month you have completed. Well, standard time is equal to, how you can define the standard time? For both it is, the ebook we have been provided, this is helpful for both. We have designed in the same way. Okay, fine. Standard, okay my dear friends, standard time is equal to normal time plus allowance, normal time minus allowance, normal time plus idle time, normal times minus idle time. Standard time, normal time plus of what, my dear friends? What answer you are going to be give? A for apple. Normal times plus of allowance is called standard times. Normal times plus allowance, you are getting standard time, right? Okay. Macro motion study, thrilling is described by. What is the macro motion, my dear friends? Macro motion study play major role. You know what is happening, especially in the organization. You are going to be check every activity of the your worker. What is their hand movement, how they are going to be work, how their head movement, or lot of things you are going to be see. That's why it is called macro motion, right? And in the macro motion, I can going to be listen to how their hand movement is there, right? For there, I am going to be give some color, and this is called is what standard symbol color, and this is called thalbic, whatever you can pronounce. Yes, every activity, hand movement, I am going to give some color. This is called thumbnail. Any leg movement, some color I am going to be give. So always keep in mind, in macro motion study, actually there will lot of camera. Through that camera, I am going to be read the or see the or watch the activity of the customer, of the workers or any employer, not even workers. And accordingly, whatever disturbance is there, to overcome that, I am going to give some standard symbol and color, and this is called thalbic, whatever you can pronounce, right? So try to remember, D for Delhi is the right answer. Even here I have written all the things. We can see definition, exam, purpose. Here we can see macro motion, work study in which job analyze by breaking it down into the small basic movement of human body called thermings using motion picture or video recording. Through that definition, you have seen that purpose to eliminate the unnecessary motion, to simplify the work method, to reduce fatigue, to improve productivity. For that purpose you are going to do that. High speed camera video recording you are going to do. CMO chart, simultaneous motion chart, this is going to be used. CMO chart they are going to use, where CMO chart is going to be used in the macro motion, right? Where CMO chart is going to be used, always keep in mind micro motion. Even they can ask that thing also, right? So try to remember all that point, my dear friends. Okay, and I will share the PDF, don't worry. Well, that is the next question on the your screen. Which of the following is not technique under the predetermined motion time system? Remember at least their full form. If you are not able to remember anything, try to remember their full form of PMTS in the work study. Right, answer that question, my dear friends. That is the question number. Which one? Which one question number? Okay, that is the question number 100. Okay, that is the question number 100 on your screen. And let's see how many student is going to be cover that. Right, answer that question. 100. So शतक लगा चुके हो आप लोग. क्या लगा चुके हो? You guys have given शतक ना? Century. Which of the following is not a technique under the predetermined motion time study? A stopwatch time study is not going to be used here. In that, a stopwatch time study is not. So C for Chennai is the right answer. Okay, that is the next question. Value engineering technique in the same rank assemble development is called. What this is called? Value engineering technique of some rank assemble. Okay, I think something typing mistake is there. To get some result, for that you are going to use the brainstorming in value engineering. To getting some result or avoid the conflicting situation, you are going to do the brainstorming. So that is the thing. So I think some typing error could be there. My dear friends, before moving to MRP is important. Products planning control, PPC is important. So before moving to that question, what I am planning to give you little bit insight or little bit theory about the MRP and PPC. So are you ready for that, or should I move to the question? Even I have their learning content. So first, what I am planning to go through their learning content, then I will come on the question of MRP. Okay, na? So let's move to the first their learning content of that one, that you have to be remember. There here we can say I have taken with their learning content also. What happened? Why it is not going to open? So okay, let us see it important, my dear friends, right? Most important, because last year BEL have asked several questions from that segment. Okay, that's why I think okay, let's take their learning content also to you guys, so that it will help you. Even my paid student all have already, you have given that now. So MRP basically why it indicate material requirement planning na. MRP basically exists for what, my dear friends? Material. What hang ho gaya? Black Panther. Huh? So MRP, material requirement planning. So it is a computer based production planning and inventory control system used to ensure the right material in the right quantity at the right time. Try to remember all the things about MRP. What is MRP? It is a computer based production planning and inventory control system used to ensure the right material in the right quantity at the right time. These three things you have to keep in mind, with minimum inventory cost. That is the main purpose of what, my dear friends? MRP. If you talk about what is the objective of MRP, so ensure availability of the material and component for the production, ensure finished good are ready on the time for the delivery, minimize inventory level and the cost, improve production planning and schedule. This is schedule. Okay, right material, right place, right time at the minimum cost is the objective of MRP, right? That is the first thing that you have to be keep in mind. Rest benefit of an MRP: reduce inventory level, obviously, improve the customer service because you are going to deliver the things over the time, So obviously customer will get satisfied. Better utilization of factory, their facility and the manpower, that is the benefit of MRP. Improve inventory planning and scheduling, faster response to the market change. What is the input to MRR system? What is the input in case of material MRP system? So three major input, my dear friends. This is also very important, right? That was the question has been asked earlier. If you talk about input of MRP, so if you talk about the most important input, master production schedule MPS is the one of the their input. Bill of material and inventory status or record file is the input of the MRP. What? Master production schedule MPS, bill of material. Okay, that all are. What is not the input? Which is going to ask material price is not the input of MRP. Management information system MIS or MIS file is not the input of MRP. Usually students think material price will be the input of MRP. No, it will not be there. So keep in mind. So master production schedule, bill of material, inventory status recorded, that all are the input of MRP. Right, come to the next. You have already discussed time phase plan specifying what. Okay, yeah. If you talk about MPS content, so quantity are required delivery date or the final product does not contain sub assembly detail inventory on hand, that thing is not going to be, they are going to be controlled. If you talk about role of MPS, so drive MRP, right? What is the role of MPS? Just you have seen, this is the one of the input of MRP. So you drive the MRP, act as the starting point of the material. Next, component demand in an MRP. What is the component demand in MRP? Component demand is not forecasted. It is calculated by MRP system. Delivered from, that all are MPS, BOM, inventory records called dependent demand. Just read once. What drive MRP? Master production plan, already you have discussed. Not driven by all that. Okay. What is the meaning of ERP, my dear friends? What is the meaning of ERP? Listen, in the exam they are going to ask what is the full form of ERP, right? This is enterprises resource planning. This has been asked in the exam. Okay, ERP, they are going to ask the full form. Keep in mind, enterprises resource planning, full form, it is going to be asked. So ERP is an integral business management system that coordinate what they are going to be coordinate. They are going to coordinate planning, purchasing, inventory, sales, marketing, finance, and human resources. ERP is extension of MRP2. ERP is an extension of MRP2. So this is history. MRP was first introduced and used by IBM. Okay, that was also important. I have seen in various exams they have asked. Okay, IBM full form, but you have to be just international business machine, not management. This is international business machine. Aggregate planning. What you talk about the aggregate planning, my dear friends? No. MRP1 is same. Yes, MRP and MRP2 is different. Black Panther. MRP and MRP2 is different. MRP2 talk about the ERP, right? Yes, I will come in the question, Rahul. I will come in the question. Okay. So aggregate planning meaning is aggregate planning determine overall production level, workforce, inventory level. Keep in mind what the aggregate planning refers. It determine the overall production level, workforce, inventory, overall. Okay, I know I am going to be less time, but I will share the PDF. Read once and after that go to the question part. Output of aggregate plan. What is the output of aggregate plan? Bill of material. This is the output of aggregate plan. Okay, well. So rest all, just read and now come to the question. That is the question number first. In industrial engineering, MRP is, what is MRP in the industrial engineering? Answered everyone fast. What is full form of MRP? Major requirement planning, maximum resources planning, material requirement planning, right? And maximum retail price. What will be answer of that? Question number 102 on your screen. Oh, what will be the answer of that? Chennai. Material requirement planning is the right answer. So just now you have seen, so C for Chennai is the right answer. Good. And maximum retail price, who is there? Mr. D. Just you have seen the PDF again, you are making mistake. Fine. Material requirement planning, C for Chennai is the right answer. Come to the next question. In NRP system, component demand is in MRP system, component demand is forecast established by the master production schedule, calculated by MRP system from the master production schedule, or it is going to be ignored. No. Continuous, you have to move. Okay, I am going to take water on you because you are telling. Okay. What answer? 103 on your screen. 103. See, my dear friends, calculate MRP system component demand is calculated by the MRP for the master's production schedule. This is calculated by the MRP now. So C for Chennai, not B for Bombay. Okay, C for Chennai is the right answer, not B for Bombay. Make it clear. That's why I have given their short discussion about that. That is next question. Select the full form of ERP in business management. What is the full form of ERP? Can you tell me what is the full form of ERP? Question number 104. Engineering resource planning. It look like all are same, na? It is happening in the exam. It is looking all are same, but actually the answer is what? Enterprises resources planning, right? So B for Mumbai is the right answer. Enterprises resources planning. And good thing is that that time every one of you have given the correct answer. That is a great news coming from you guys. Okay. Material requirement planning is driven by master production schedule, total quality measurement, overall production planning, overall inventory planning. I will expect answer that from everyone. What will be answer of 105 on your screen? Material requirement planning is driven by, yeah, that time everyone have given the correct answer. Yeah, A for who is B, yaar? Who is B? A for apple is the right answer. Just now you have seen master production schedule. Planning is driven by MPS, master schedule, master production schedule, right? B for Bombay is the right answer. तुम्हें ही बना के देना पड़ेगा. Who is there? Raman, you have to do that. Okay. This is the next question. Material requirement planning was first introduced and used by General Motors, Toyota, IBM, or Microsoft. Material requirement planning was first introduced and used by, what will be? General Motors, Toyota, IBM, or Microsoft. Even you can eliminate Toyota. Who is going to give the Toyota? Means she had joined the late. Huh? IBM. What is the full form of IBM? Can anybody can tell me what is the full form of IBM? Let me check your memory power. What is the full form of IBM? Anybody? Oh, forget. Means really you guys are, Gajini, huh? As I used to see in my class, I used to say, ki Gajini 2 will come and they are finding the suitable, actor for that. If he will contact me, I will share all of your numbers. You don't go for the actor. Actually, I have real people like that. Chandini, okay. Yeah, so you are right. Good. Okay, well, so my dear friends, that is the next question on a screen. The output of an aggregate plan is bill of material, demand forecast, overtime, or total cost. The output of an aggregate plan, bill of material, demand forecast, overtime, or total cost. What will be answer of that? Bill of material. Just you have seen. बादाम खाना पड़ेगा. बिल्कुल बादाम खा के आया करो. हाँ. Bill of material. Okay, my dear friends, after class I will share. Just read all that. Na, I am telling you most of the question you will find from that segment because I have do the lot of brainstorming over that, and then I'm going to take the question according to your exam requirement, right? So please read that PDF along with the PDF that I have shared in the classroom. That is most important also. Go through all that. Along that, for the short time, we can go through that PDF. So bill of material, BOM is the right answer. A for apple is the right answer. Good. That is the next question on your screen. Benefit of material requirement planning include increased setup cost, prolonged production scheduling, increased production lead time, reduced inventory level. What is the benefit of that? Question number 108 on your screen. Question number 108 on your screen. 108. What will be answer of that? 108. B for Bombay. Okay. Production prolonged production scheduling. No, my dear friends. Okay, Universal. I will ask the technical team if anything is happening like that. Will do. Benefit of material, yeah, no. Increase setup cost, no, that is not. Production scheduling, no, yeah. Increase production lead time. If lead time increases, that is a bad thing, yeah. What is lead time? Lead time is once I place the order and time gap between the placing the order and getting the order. That time is called lead time. If lead time is high, no one can do. Right now, I have seen the Flipkart lead time is very high, yeah. I have ordered something from the last 7 days. I am getting it next day. So that lead time dissatisfied the customers right now. So increased production lead time, that is never good, and that never good. So obviously it reduced the inventory levels. So my dear friends, D for daily is the right answer. Benefit of material requirement planning include the reduced inventory level, and once inventory level reduce, you can say the inventory cost reduce. But it is not up to the very loss, but they can reduce up to the level. Okay, that is the question number. Okay, which that is the question number 109 of your screen, on your screen. Which one of the following is not the part of material requirement planning? Not the part of material requirement planning. Bill of material, inventory level, production schedule, or material price. I think everyone can answer that question again, because already you have discussed their content. So which of the following not the part of material requirement planning? So it will be what, my dear friends? A for apple, D for Delhi. Yeah, material price. So D for Delhi is the right answer, which is not going to be included in the MRP. 109. This is 1010 on your screen. Oh, what? Very fast. 101. How many questions we have did? 109. This is 109. Okay, 110. So question number 110 on your screen. The major objective of material requirement planning is to, what is the major objective of MRP? What is the major? Yes, you will get, Aditya, you will get that PDF. What is the major objective of material requirement planning is to? Can anybody can answer that? 110 on your screen. Option A, get right material, right place, right time, minimize the inventory cost. 110. Someone is Chennai. Oh, but yeah, good thing is that most of you guys have gone through option A. That is a great news. Means you have learned. Fine. MRP, get right material at the right place at the right time, minimizing the inventory cost. So my dear friends, A for apple is the right answer. And yeah, every one of you have given the right. Good thing. So my dear friends, that is the question number 111. 111 on your screen, and answer that question. This is the next question. The method of job evaluation in which job is divided into number of factors which are further subdivided in number of grade, and each grade is assigned certain numerical weightage is called point rating method, factor comparison method. That is another part of work study, my dear friends. That is the part of what? Work study, and you have to be answer. 1 The method of job, listen, if you talk about work study, the method of job evaluation of job divided into number of factors. Are further this factor is divided into various number of factor of grade, and each grade is assigned by some digit, and this is called point rating method. This is called is what, my difference? Point rating method, right? So here I have given here also. See, the method of job evaluation in which job is divided into number of factors which are further subdivided in number of grade, and each grade assigns certain numerical weightage is called point rating method. So that is A, note C. Well, okay, same question they have repeated. Okay. What is the note, the input of MRP? I think that time all of you can answer that question. All of you can answer that question, right? Which is note the input to MRP system? Note the input. Note, they are going to be asked. Okay. What answer I am getting? 112. Input. Which is not the input, yaar. What you are going to do? Not input, it is going to ask. Huh? Yes. That time, which are not the input of MRP, D for Delhi, Material Information System file, as I told you. Yes. So D for Delhi is the right answer. Note the input, bill material inventory status, master production schedule, all are the input. So yeah, that time all of you have given the correct answer. So you guys have learned a lot of that from that segment. Good. MRP, I think now it's cleared. That is the next question on MRP. A master production schedule contains information about. A master production schedule contains information about 114. What will be answer? 114. What will be answer? Okay, waiting for answer. B, A, B. There is a competition between A and B, right? Competition in A and B started. So can I lock? What should I lock? Option A, quantity and required delivered data of all final product. Quantity and required delivered data to all sub assemblies. No, this not talk about the sub assemblies. Na. Quantity and required quantities and required delivered data to the to all final products. Huh? A for apple is the right answer, my defense. Not B for Bombay. A for apple is the right. Here's not sub assemblies. That is the statement which makes it long. The most important input to MRP system forecast. Most important input it is going to be asked to MRP. What will be answer of that question? Again, I think expect everyone can answer that question. Right? Just 1 minute. What answer you are going to be give? Answered everyone. Okay, I am taking water. Just 1 minute. Question number 115. What answer you guys have given? Master production schedule, right? B for Bombay, everyone, right? So now I am damn sure you are not making mistake if the question is going to ask from the MRP. Right now, are you sure? Tell me, are you sure you will not make mistake now? Tell me na. That is the next question. Gantt chart are used for. क्या है क्वेश्चन रमन? So that is the next question on the screen. Gantt chart is used for forecasting. MRP1 is the same, Mr. Raman. MRP2 is different, right? MRP2 is different, not 1. So make it clear. Okay. So Gantt chart is used scheduling and routing. So yeah, scheduling and routing production schedule, forecast, Linear programming. Not. Don't worry. Huh? You think and I have done analysis all that. Then I am coming here, okay? So don't worry, be assured about that. Okay. Come to that question. For the use of concept, principle and approach group of technology, the type of layout is called product layout, cellular layout, job shop layout or fixed position layout. What will be answer of that question? Layout, you know, my dear friends. 117. For use the concept, principle and the approach of a group technology that use layout, this is called cellular layout, right? This is called what? Cellular layout. That is the question from the layout. Okay, that is the next question. Another name of military organization is line organization, functional organization, line and staff organization, hybrid organization. What you can say? Military organization. How you can answer that question? Another name of military organization, which type of layout it is considered to be? Right, this is called line layout or line organization. Okay, line layout or line organization we can say. So it will be A for apple. Vehicle manufacturing assembly line is an example of product layout, process, manual layout or fixed layout. What will be answer of that question? My dear friends, listen. If you go through vehicle manufacturing assembly, you might have seen in vehicle message what? Various, this is the line. Here something is added, then something is added, something is added, and this comes under the category of product layout. In the product layout, what is happening, my dear friends? This is the something where some value is going to be added. After that, another line, some value is added. First, see, chassis has been added. After that, wheel. After that, gear system, and that it is going to be added, right? So it is called product layout. If you talk about process layout, so in the process layout, what is happening? If you talk about fixed layout, in the fixed layout, whenever you have to be construct any difficult things like aeroplane, boat, not even boat, ship, dam, building, in that case you are going to use the fixed layout. You know what the fixed means? That is, suppose you have to be built a Hawai Jahaj, can you work on the product layout? No, it is very bulky, sir. Is it move like a bike or like a car assembly? No, it will not move. So always keep in mind, they are going to sometimes ask, I have to assemble the aeroplane, ship, or you know what, a building. That all comes under the category of what, my defense? Fixed layout, right? So try to remember these things. Vehicle is going to be work on the product layout. In the product layout, what is happening, my dear friends? It follow the lines. Something value is added, after the vehicle will go to the next, some value will added, like that. So this is try to remember. So 119, the correct answer is what? A for apple. Process layout. Okay, that is another question, that's why I left. A layout is employed for effective utilization of material, batch production, effective utilization of the machine, effective utilization of power. What you think about question number 110? Process layout is employed for batch production. What answer? My dear friends, see, what is the process layout? Your college, university, right, that is going to work on the process layout. You have remember, you have some we can say the what, mechanical department, electrical, like that. So in the process layout, this is for the batch production, where same types of material, like suppose if you have talked nut and bolt, so all nut and bolt is there, so this is called batch production. Okay, so batch production you have to be remember. This is the next question on screen. Routing. Okay, routing, no, that is not a match, you can leave that. The word Kanban is most appropriately associated with. Now I think everyone can answer that question. Na? Just earlier, very earlier of the session, you have take that question. So what will be answer of that question? Aditya, I think we'll get the PDF. We have free group. You can join. Okay, I will ask the team. From there, we can. Telegram is also going to be put. Right. Just in time, na? Just in time. So 112 B for Bombay is the right answer. A production line is said to be balanced when there are equal number of machines at each workstation. There are equal number of operation at each workstation. The waiting time of service at each station is same. The operation time at each station is same. What will be answer 1, 2, 3? Production line is said to be balanced. When we can say it balanced? When we can say production line is balanced? When we can say it is balanced? Production line is said to balance when there is a equal number of machine at each workstation. No, that not necessary. There should be equal number of machines. That not necessary. There are equal number of operators at each workstation. Not necessary. Not necessary ki every station should be 10 employee. Not necessary like that. Huh? The waiting time for service at each station is the same. Not necessary. That is also not right. Ki a service time will be same at all the stations. The operation time at each station is same. Then it is called balance production line. If the operation time at each station is same, operation time at each station is same, then it is called waiting time service at the same. This is not necessary, and this note comes under the category of balanced production line. So that was the question. Shipbuilding yard represent fixed layout, product, process or manual layout. Shipbuilding yard represent, yes, any bulky things is there, this will comes under the category of what you can say fixed layout. Okay, right, everyone have given a for apple. Good. Fixed layout comes under the category of shipbuilding yard menu represent comes under fixed layout. Okay, aeroplane, anything bulky is there, that all comes under the category of fixed layout. Which of the following is layout used for the manufacturing? Okay, I think no, you can answer. I have taken just intentionally ki how you have got the value. So what the answer is coming out to be? Which of the following layout used for the manufacturing of large aircraft? Large aircraft you have to manufacture. Product layout, process layout, fixed position layout or combination layout. What will be answer of that question? Why some student is making mistakes here in that question here? No, should can make a mistake, not allowed, huh? In the classroom, how you can make a mistake like that if earlier you have discussed. So my dear friends, the question is fixed position layout. What is the dam? If you have to be, आज तो आपने बहुत वेट करवाया, हाँ क्यों? अभी तो दिया था 6 बजे पहले पहले, फिर हम आ गए 8 बजे पहले पहले. Okay. Okay. So keep in mind a fixed position layout will be the example. C for Chennai is the right answer. That is another question. Line balancing is related to line balancing. You talk line balancing is related to product layout, process layout, hybrid layout or cellular layout. Line balancing. What will be answer about the line balancing, my dear friends? (126). So my dear friends, again I want to tell you, be ready. Be ready. Day after tomorrow, I will come with material science, or it could be machine design or SOM. What you want first? Machine design MD and SOM. I will come with their combination, 100 or 70-80 question both. In the, material science, I am planning to take 150, 140, 150. What could be different types of question? We will see. Now, since I am working on the sake of you guys, so whatever you will tell, I will come first with that subject. Well, nearly 15 question MD. So why? 70, 70, 75 we'll see. We'll see, then I will come down to 100, 120, 150 will be there. Universe is going to be talk. Universe. He's in the throughout the session going to be talk, sir, where I will get the PDF. I will ask the team if anything is possible. They will give the some link and we can join through that. Right? So don't worry. And my dear friends, at the last time, what is happening? Usually, even in the I will tell you later on also. Don't be in the take any hypothetical pressure. I left it. Whatever you have covered, na focus on that. If you think this left it, that left it, no major. If you analysis the question, production engineering most important. After that, you can go to the material science. Obviously, last year 10 approximately to 10 question was there. So crash your project accordingly. So that you should be effective, na. If you have left it anything, no need to worry. Whatever you have completed, try to focus that in the more. If the question is coming from that segment, you must have to be solve that questions rather than getting any hypothetical pressure. I have left it that, all that. Don't be do anything. Okay, what answer is coming? Well, so line balancing A for apple, right? The correct sequence of operation in production planning and control. The correct sequence of operation in PPC. What is the correct sequence of the operation in PPC? Tell me. PPC, product planning control. What you have to do? First of all, what we have to do? A step they are going to be asked. Routing, scheduling, dispatching, follow up. Option B, scheduling, follow up, routing and dispatching. Option C, dispatching. Option C, I say it look like it will not right. How you can dispatch the things before the production? Dispatching, scheduling, routing, follow up, dispatch and sequence. What could be answer, my dear friends? So, Mr. Mac, yeah, you guys came with original name, na yaar. Not coming with original name. So how I will? So yes, my dear friends. First of all, you have to do routing. After that, you have to do the scheduling, dispatching, and follow up. That is the sequence you have to follow. So A for apple is the right. Okay, Chidanand, you are my Chidanand. Okay, Chidanand, good. You guys came with a hot name, Rolex, Hot Star. Oh, different names is there, yeah. Huh? Your name is good. Huh? You are doing whatever for your name only. Why you are going to be heading of your name? Huh? Okay, no problem. So A for apple is the right answer, my dear friends. Keep in mind. Railway wagons are manufactured using. Railway wagons you have to manufacture what you can use. Fixed position layout, process layout, group layout, or product layout. What will be answer of that question? Railway wagons, right? What could be answer? Raman. That's good, dear. How better name your? 127. Railway you have to do fixed position layout, process layout, and group layout or product layout. What you can say, my dear friends? Yes. A for apple, fixed position layout. A for apple is the right answer, fixed position layout. Not Chennai, group layout is not here. Huh? Fixed, and bulky na yaar. Bulky thing is always going to move with the fixed position. Na? Anything bulky. So it is always going to prefer for the fixed. Product layout, as you have earlier discussed, so don't worry. So my dear friends, I think that all about the things, okay, that was important I have discussed. Some PPC question I will share again in the group, okay. Some PPC, few 4 or 5 questions is left, I will share, don't worry. So that about all today. Thanks a lot to all of you. keeping such a huge patience for 3 hours, right? So next time I am coming with your another third highest subject, and that is material science, right? And then we see rest what you have to move. So meanwhile, what you have to do, revise 3 and 4 things from the material science. What? First chapter, that you have to be going through crystal structures and defect. Crystal structures and defect. Second, you have to be go through iron carbide diagram. Third, a heat treatment, most important. Okay. Fourth, some LY. These 4 things you have to be going through. Just revise once. In the class, you have doubt, join the live and ask whatever you have doubt. Okay. And what you have to do, since you have watched all the lectures, so don't forget to share with your friend, and yeah, pay me or give me some motivate just by liking the sessions. Okay. Yes, Mac, we can go through that. Huh? Right now. So anyone have any doubt, you can ask. Any doubt if you want to ask, you have 5 minutes. Otherwise, really thanks all of you to keeping such a huge patience. So when we meet in the next session, it will be even more interesting with the material science. So PDF, I will share in the free group. What the name? Yeah, even I don't forget. I really not. I paid batch. Just I will share in the free group. Also, I will share. Don't worry. So Rahul, your dots cleared. Whatever dot you have earlier, you used to ask. Clear ना? No problem ना? रमन पीडीएफ का लिंक मिल जाएगा, मैं देखता हूँ कैसे कर सकते हो. एक ग्रुप है, एक काम. टेल मी, कैन एनीबडी कैन पुट हियर ग्रुप फ्री ग्रुप लिंक हियर? अरे जो राहुल एंड एनीवन इज देयर, can you put the free group link here on the chat box? Anyone can put? Then put that free group link here. I will share the PDF there. Or engineers career point, engineer career point, right? I think one Telegram is there. Also, I will share that one, right? From there we can take that PDF. So thank you. Be ready for the next class. Good luck. Meanwhile, keep confidence yourself, be positive, and try to keep revising. Don't take any pressure. Okay. Thank you. Good luck. Okay, no problem, Rahul. Okay. No, tomorrow is no session. Day after tomorrow. No, tomorrow. Tomorrow will be the paid class. Tomorrow is the paid class session only, not any YouTube, right? Especially mine, I talk about. Only paid class. Class is tomorrow, today, nothing else. Okay, thank you. Good night. Good night to all. Good night. If you are watching in the morning, then have a nice day. Well, thank you. Oh, what is this?